What up? So, we couldn't evade DoDonPachi for too long. We just did DOJ, and now we're already back to it for another jam. This time we're doing normal DoDonPachi. We're not doing runs. It's not like the other one. We're trying to cement all of our Loop 2 stuff. Because here's the thing that happened. I wanted to pick a 2-loop game. I haven't done a cave game that's a 2-loop game. And I'm like, I'll just start with DoDonPachi because it's got an easy first loop. I didn't want to get stuck in a situation like Ketsui Ura, where if you play Ketsui Ura, you have to no miss, no bomb, or is it no miss, no bomb? I think it is no bomb also, and score good to get into the Ura loop. It's like a nightmare. Like it's easier to beat the Ura loop than it is to get into the Ura loop. Is like something that pops up a lot. So I wanted to avoid that. Yo, what up? Sup, Christian? I wanted to avoid a hard second loop, so I just decided to learn this one. However, I underestimated 2.5, 2.6, and the bosses. You need so many bombs. I went into learning this, and I was like, yeah, no miss, no bomb. It's so fun. It would be 100 times easier if, in Ketsui, to no miss, no bomb, if, like, the entire second half of the last stage didn't exist. There's, like, a few sections that, like, I've never no-bombed before. Talking about the, when you're fighting against the other player ships again. Those ones are psycho. But so, I picked this game, underestimated, because you get so many bombs in this game. Like, it's absurd how many bombs you get. And you bomb a lot. But it turns out you have to bomb also a lot. 2-3, you have a chance to bomb a lot depending on randomness. 2-4, you could do without it. Maybe like one bomb at the end. Stage 5 is like, that's the death hallway. That one I thought would need like 3 bombs, and then there's the boss. 2-6, I'm like, we gotta bomb the shit out of this too. 2-6 boss, everybody bombs. Then you get to the TLBs, you gotta bomb the shit out of the TLBs, and then you get the Hibachi, and you gotta bomb the shit out of Hibachi, so I'm like, oh dear God, you actually gotta really be careful on your resources. So, I was getting frustrated with it. I said, fuck it, I want to learn DOJ. I went and learned DOJ. Well, now we did that. And now we're back here. And we're going to see how that compares. Like, in retrospect, now going back to this, a lot of the parts in here aren't so bad. We just had to cement things in here. So it's weird going back and looking at stuff on here now. Plus, a lot of parts I thought that you needed bombs on like 2-3 or like 2-5, 2-6. Are places where you don't need to. I have a bunch of replays here we'll also look at. Like, if you check this right here. We got a little bit of... We got Wes's replay. I like this one a whole lot. Got Asagami as always. Here's like a Fukuchan one. We might be looking at these as we go through. What I'm planning on doing is, because I know a bit about this before rage quitting over to DOJ, is I'm going to show you what I have now. And then the real thing we're going to try to figure out is figuring out all of 2.6 and figuring out 2.5. So I'm going to show you what the second loop looks like. And I think it might be less scary than I made it sound. So I think Hibachi's actually a bastard. I think he might be meaner than DOJ one. But I think the 2-loop stages you can... They're in this weird territory where it's like it's less memo than like DOJ is way more strict memo, but it's also a bit more controlled. Like when I think about DOJ, like danger sections, it's just thinking like 2-4 the rails, maybe 2-4 boss, and then a couple parts on 2-5, and then the rest is like static, and you could get through that. This has a lot more adapting. And you still don't have a tiny hitbox. You don't have like a Ketsui hitbox. In Ketsui, you could get away with stuff, and it's kind of... It leans you towards you can do things. In this one, your hitbox isn't as big, or isn't as small as it would shrink to in like later games. but still stuff to work with. It's not like a DoDonPachi where you macro like everything in that game. I'm gonna show you on here. I found out too, so we streamed S-Grade like like a bunch of streams ago. And I found out during that, if you play on like a newer RetroArch and you use like any run ahead or any of the stuff on there, it like fucks the whole thing. You can't use save states at all without them like corrupting. Bullets will teleport all over the place. I just grabbed old RetroArch. It's something that was getting me pretty mad in the second loop was I was just playing it in MAME because newer RetroArch is no good. It turns out I just didn't like the input lag on MAME. We go over here, we cheat a little bit with RetroArch, and it feels so good. You got a lot of the sections I was getting pretty frustrated with on getting tagged on are far less scary when you feel like you can move. So here's where we're gonna go through all the stages I have so far. So here's loop 2-1. You don't have the invuln right away like you do in DOJ. So if you try to like go off to the side and like hit these right away, you'll die. This stage is pretty much the same exact as before. When you do the 2-loop, if you're chaining, the chain's a lot more lenient. So like, even like chaining this stage is a lot easier. I don't care for the chains. And in fact, I don't even care for the bees either, because something interesting like, I saw an Asagami like comment that he's not sure, but if you reveal bees, revealing the bees with your laser influences Hibachi's pattern somehow. So I've been just going about not revealing bees ever. I don't know how that works or like to what, but he knows more than me and he went out of his way to not reveal stuff, so I'm gonna do that too. So like there's a big stream of them right here. This is where you'd cash in like the latter half of them. But nope, you just leave them there in the vain hope that Hibachi RNG's not bad. You'll appreciate that a bunch, dude. I'm glad they can help. This boss is a lot, whoop. This boss here, it's like the same as before, but there's one pattern that's a problem and stuff's like faster. So if you try to agree to point blank, you die like we just did there. But like this is just like how it was before. You can get like a ton of damage right here because you sneak up and point blank. This is the pattern that's like funky. You have to bait these in a way that if you don't want to dodge them, you macro around like that. Now I tried making like a fixed dodging pattern for that. Or like maybe you sit on like one side of the first pattern, you wait for it to shoot, and then you go to the next. But I'm finding it shooting weird. So I gotta iron that out first, and then I think it might be just a static thing you dodge. Because otherwise a lot of people bomb here. There's another part on this stage. This one is where you get like actual loop 2 stuff going on. I found about this. This works on loop 1 also. Just wait for that turret to shoot. You don't have to do anything. This confused me so much because there's just so much shit. It's like a rising stage, which is where they just dump a bunch of stuff on you. But I think I have what you kind of want to be doing. You want to be high up right here. And if you kill things in this order, you make sure you like kill the power-up carrier there. This section is really mean if you don't get like this stuff out of the way. Because you see how thick those like jeeps, the lines they shoot are? Those go wall you off so easily and you get stuck on one side. This is like a loop 2 only safe spot. Because those ones shoot around you. Here, you want to kill like one helicopter. And then the rest of the time we're just focused on these. And I think it works like DOJ where this building doesn't do anything to you. Until it's at the bottom, you can't damage it. This, I think, if you like have full bombs, you just bomb this and then you pick up the bomb later and you're fine. But a lot of people bomb that. And then I see some, I think that those dodges there are the best thing you could be doing. So one I saw Jamers do, he even point blanks it like more aggressively and you kill it extra faster. This one, this is safe for this whole rest of the stage and then we can snag the bomb. It's a bit scary right there, you can see how close those bullets get. This is a setup. I think this boss is so cool. You wait for the targeter to just hit this part, and then you tap and it dodges everything. If you're on the left side, there's some pink lines that just don't shoot because they're stuck off screen. And then this is the setup. If you trigger the second phase too early, so if you look right here, we're about to trigger second phase. Because we only blew up half of the parts, this thing is only like half powered up. And you bait these really easily. And you have just enough speed, even on this like slow ass ship, that you could get around. You trigger the second phase while point blanking. And you speed real quick with the point blank on it. To the point where you only have to dodge that part for a little bit. That works on loop 1 also. Okay, and you keep max bomb bonus for what that's worth. For like 2 loop purposes, bombing's not like getting the scoring extents doesn't really matter because you're gonna hit them. It's already like really easy to hit in the first loop. It's not like in DOJ. If you're just doing a 1 loop, you gotta go out of your way to score a little bit. This is stage 3 is a bit nutty because there's like the boss and 1 bit towards the end and like a little bit right here. I didn't go fast. You get like a little bit of random elements, and depending on which one you get, it's harder to not bomb on. So like starts here is like as expected. There's a B if you blow up the ship. I don't know if that counts towards the weird hibachi slowdown thing. I'm guessing it doesn't. There's a few strats for this part right here. But it's like not super necessary. You just have to do 1 dodge. This is a thing where you just roll the dice, and depending on what you get, you could bomb or not. So like we got like easy dodges, so you didn't need a bomb. And if you don't need a bomb, then you do this for less. This is like a fixed area. I hate this part right here, and if you kill it like really fast, you gotta deal with these guys for a long time. I keep seeing different stuff for these blue ships, but I haven't died yet. Just running them down and instantly killing them. I don't think there's a problem with doing that. But there might be. This is the motherfucker section. I'm just gonna pick it up just to demonstrate no bomb. These ships can either shoot only down or they could track you. And depending on which one you get, shit's either easier or harder. I've been trying to memorize kinda the destruction path you want to do. To kill them in a way with these cancels to where they cause the least amount of trouble for you. Like right here, and you damage like parts on top of it to just get rid of them a bit less. Ideally you like blow up this last one here. You shred yourself a path up here and then you're ready for the next section. This is kind of like a tap streaming where you could tap down. But they aren't like perfectly aligned. I didn't do that part right. So this is for the extend. You have to blow up these all these orange things. There's a ton of different paths you could do. But ideally you want to blow them all up and then kill one of these left or like right sides before they shoot. See how like that looked really scary right there because both of them were alive. So like ideally you get through the orange section really fast. You kill all the like side pods. You only have to deal with 1 of the turrets there and it's not so bad. This is like the run killer. This can take anywhere from 0 to 3 bombs. So like I think this is the safe destruction way to go. So we'll like bait these top ones once, damage a side a bit, bait them, and then move out. I think we want to destroy only one of those turrets go if we do that. And now that we have like 1 of the sides dead, I think you want to kill the middle. So we're doing damage to the boss itself, and then whenever the pods open, you kill both of those 2 like front panels and then the side will open. So we have this like, we're dealing damage to the boss because there's every moment the boss lives is an opportunity it can wall you. Because like, while like this pattern's not a big deal, like it's annoying with the red bullets. Some of the patterns you get will just straight up wall you. Like this one can do stuff like that. So depending on your luck, you either... That would be a case in a real run where you'd want to be bombing that. So like this is the Psycho boss. I saw a run that just straight up dumps 3 bombs on it and just doesn't worry about anything. I think you can do that pattern of like blow up one side, kill the turret, kill the 2 panels, kill the other turret, and then pray. And then I think that's what you want to be doing. What up, Mikey? You say make it look easy. I died twice there, I think. But, everybody just got here. We're not... This isn't a run, but we're in the second loop right now. I'm showing off what I know so far. And we're gonna see what we have to work on. This is a path. This is the... I was doing the Asagami one, and it was fine for the most part, but every once in a while it'd fuck you over. This is Wes's path he kinda took. And I think it's a lot better. It's also fun to chain on. I don't know how to chain any other part except this one. This is a cool setup I found. I just made this up and it just happened to work. You wait for 5 tanks. So that's 3, 4, 5. You move up. You tap down with these. And then you always have a path right as the red bullets exit to kill the like tank on the right. And that's like ultra consistent. It's like the most consistent thing I have in this game. This is the part I rage quit over. I couldn't figure out a strategy I like. Now I kind of like this part. But like, these last so long, and your laser could get caught on tanks. So this first one's easy. You just stream them along, and this creates a natural path. But right here, this one's the motherfucker. This is the weird-ass strat I found that I like that makes it nicer. It took me forever to like get something like that. You see the tanks here, how they block the laser a bit? It causes problems because you have to be on the right so fast to kill these. This whole section's a whole thing. I'm gonna like go back and talk about this. This part's like got so much going on. There's like reach this stage and stop practicing. This is yeah, this is the one. This is the actual like wall the game dumps you on. Especially you're going through like first loop. You get to that stage and you gotta memo stuff. You do get 2 bombs on that stage. So like before what I do, you can like on the first loop, like you kill this first one just doing this. But in the first loop what I found is you can live pretty easily with this right one alive. You wait for the other one to come in and then you like dump a bomb on both of them. We're trying to conserve bombs on here, but the most consistent I've found on these is we just kill these. You just follow the blue here, and your laser naturally carves this path. This one's like an asshole because there's tanks from the top left and there's tanks from the very right. If you start on the right and move out, then the tanks, like the tanks at the top, you don't have to worry about. The tanks on the right, you have to move around and kill. And then the next big enemy comes in. You might run out of time. You don't get to the next section fast enough. If you start like on it with laser, you have to dodge both tanks from both sides. If you try to do a point blank thing, sometimes you kill it, sometimes you don't. If you're too high, the top tanks shoot a fucked angle at you. So like, I saw Wes doing this. I wonder if, do I have a state like right there? Where it like swings out for a bit and then lasers. And I kind of took that and I found a... This is the way I like is I literally just hold shot until it starts shooting. And then as soon as it starts shooting, holding down and laser. So this happens. So it like it stops. You do this. I should get a pause on here real quick so we don't got this shit in the way. I just got this retro arch since this one doesn't have the fuck things with like this game and like S-Braid or whatever. Where is pause so we can see? We'll just set it to that. Does that work? So this is the actual section I rage quit over because and then went over to DDP. Because if you just hold laser on these, the tanks like can block you off, and then you have this like tight angle to try to hit there. You can swing by these and then hold laser, but then they'll shoot. Which that was a good tank angle, but if you try lasering up here, see like the angles they hit are so awful. And I've seen this one where you point blank it here, and you can kill it really fast. But then you have to move all the way around, kill the right tanks, and then you have to go up to the middle. Yeah, it's a... So I've had that too. What I ended up doing is if you use any like modern RetroArch, this game, like S-Braid, like that category of game, is gonna have those issues. Your like save states are fucked. I've had parts where like I'm fighting Gara on S-Braid, and it just all the bullets will just teleport. Like it's a completely different seed of bullets it will give you. I ended up I just for a really easy solution, I just grabbed like Shmup Arch 7, which like that's out of date right now. You would just like just download RetroArch nowadays. But I just downloaded Shmup Arch 7 because that's old enough where that doesn't have an issue. And I was like, there's no way Mark is gonna release a Shmup Arch where DDP isn't working correctly. So I'm like, fuck it, we'll grab that, and it works perfect. So I haven't had issues. I've run ahead on like 1 right now, and it works perfectly fine. So that's what I would do for this S-Braid. I assume anything in that category of hardware is gonna fuck up. Like DOJ, Ketsui, that stuff works fine. The stuff below, maybe, I think DonPachi might be fine. But so we have all those problems I found here. Like, I ended up not liking the point-blank strat, where you do this and kill it fast, because then you have to swing over, go over here, and like this time I did it good, but if you don't do it good, you run out of time. If you run out of time, and you don't get up to here fast enough, then you can't kill these pink turrets at the top. So here's the dumbass strat that just happens to work, is you just hold shot, you get shot, you hold laser, and then you follow the path. You are... By doing this, these tanks can't shoot at the very top. Those tanks can't shoot at all, your side shot hits them. These tanks at the bottom, if you're down here and you laser, they can block your path because your laser goes up to reach the enemy. It hits a tank, kills the tank, and then it resets again, so you're not hitting the big enemy. I'm like, this section was driving me nuts when I was just like doing a first run through of this. And like, literally all you do is just shoot, 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 hold laser down here, and then they'll fuck it up. You want to go to here, because if you're oring the tanks at the bottom, they don't shoot. If you're, like, follow that wide side, you kill these tanks up top. I'm like, oh, thank God. That part was, like, making me lose my mind when learning. And then you got all the time in the world to try to do this. If you have time, you do something like that where you point blank it and it dies twice as fast. This section, you have to kill those, like, purple turrets at the top. Because if you don't... I don't have a good stake for there. Let me get there real quick. If you don't kill those purple turrets at the top, then they just start blasting you on the next section. It's really annoying. Like, let's say we got here late. We couldn't kill the purple turrets. The whole time you have to deal with these blue bullets. You have to swing back around while other shit's happening and getting ready for this. This is the Psycho section, and I just could not figure it out because there's strats where you like sit on top of this tank and then you swerve around. But you have to deal with these red helicopters, and I thought they were random because there'll be like 3 of them either popping up on the right side like they did here or on the left side. It turns out they move to the side that you're not on whenever the section starts. So you start off on the left side to get them all in one side. You shred all of them. Because there's like strats where you around the world the tank and then go back down, but if these helicopters are alive, they just shoot you. It's like this section was like driving me up the wall until like this is like I found if you like sit on one side, so all those red ones were on the right side here. Now this tank is alone. There's no like helicopters that go through and like the tank like literally tanks the bullets for you from these helicopters. You can only worry about this tank here. So like you sit middle here because you're killing these, but still off to the side. You can deal with the tank all you want. And none of the helicopters have an issue. And then this one was driving me up the wall. Because you gotta deal with 2 tanks. And the helicopters, I didn't know they were positioned on the side. There's like a lot of strats where you move around like this. Let's see if I have one there. Let's get there real quick. So you just skim the side of that, move back over. I found if you wait for like the trio of these, you're on one side, these 3 helicopters are here. If you go through these red bullets, that'll always be shaped like that because they're always going to be pushed to that side. While shooting shot, you deal with everything at once. And that's like ultra consistent. It's really just the first tank that's an issue. Solved so many of my problems on this stage. To the point where this is the only problem of this stage. If you have a bomb, since there's that bomb floating around, you just bomb this and not have to deal with it. But the streaming there is like super fucking bizarre. It's super, super weird. You can't let the tanks live there or they cause so many issues. This thing I think I have down. I didn't want to... It has like 2 variations in what it can do. I think just like the helicopters, whatever side you're on is where it'll go. So we're on the left side, it'll always go to this side. The thing is there's 2 patterns you could get, depending on which side shoots first. And I didn't want to learn which side would shoot when. But I think I found there's like a rule you could follow. That makes it so you don't have to deal with both. So I think if this will always consistently go to the side you want, so like we're on the left side, so this should go to the right. See, it goes to the right. I think it will always do that, so you can always manipulate where it goes. And then I think no matter which one of those laser cannons shoot first on that pattern, I think you can do the same movement, just assuming. So like, it should go to the right. As soon as a left one fires, you pass by that. And then as soon as you can sneak by, you do. And that will get you through like both variations, I think. And then you get set up for this. My big regret on the DDP video I made forever ago is I made this seem way harder than it actually is. Like, it's actually incredibly easy to time this glitch here. If you guys don't know this glitch, basically as the cannons like go out, it's doing its animation for the next phase, and it's on the rightmost side of the screen, and like up a little bit. It gets stuck there. It gets stuck in its animation as it gets triggered into the next phase, and it doesn't know what to do. I found like the super this one's hard to fight normally. The last patterns are very difficult. This is the I think in my video I had some like shit like get it to like, you see the H in high score, the second H. You get it to like just at the H, and then I did some weird timing shit. It's auto-timed, so you get the damage to this point. You get it to like right before we reach like the high letters, like right on the H. So we'll see if this really is consistent. It should, because I'm on this side, go to the right side. See, it did go to the right side. And then we just damage it to the H. And the strat to make it consistent is you literally just hold laser. And the boss will auto-time the damage for you because it moves into you. So like it moves to the right, the left side shot, so we move over. Whenever we move over, we just take the next opportunity to sneak by. We're damaging it, so it's just before the H. And then you just hold laser over here. And it auto-times it. As long as you're just before that time, it's always gonna do that. Like 9 in 10 times I've done it where, like sometimes I fuck it up because it might be like a little more or a little below. But I found that out and it makes it's so nice. That works for both loops. Because the second, like, look at what the second phase of this boss is. The second phase is not okay. Like when you're trying to save as many bombs as possible, and the 2-3 boss can either take all of your bombs or none of your bombs. I think this also works. Yeah, see, you just gotta make sure, see the damage right here, so we're like right in line with like the right side of the H. I was gonna show the second phase. I was about to do the trick again. So you blow it up normal and look at what you have to deal with when it's normal. So we got this shit, and I haven't actually messed with this in the second loop. It's a bit harder. This is the real problem though. The like blue ones are slow aimed. And that's like, help. Get me over there. And we have a DDP sized hitbox. It's like, this is like, it's learnable, but you don't want to have to learn that shit. Yeah, if you want to do it first loop, like I'll pull up like wherever the I probably got a state on first loop somewhere. Yo, what up, Wes? Thanks for the good luck. I've been stealing your shit. What we're kind of doing is so with this route, I learned a bit of this because I thought it would be way easier than DOJ. I learned that it would not be easier than DOJ, so I rage quit to do DOJ's loop. And then now I'm going back to this now that we feel more confident and know the spots that we have to fix. Like you know what I rage quit over? The first thing I rage quit over these motherfuckers. I could not stand the fact that these were a coin flip. And then I rage quit over this shit. This fucking enemy right here. You know this motherfucker? This one right here, I rage quit over this purple dude. I hated every single strat. Yo, good shit on the stage 4 1cc. I think that's ultimately the harder one. Yo, good shit. That one's got tricky stuff, like the stage 2 boss is like, it's real spooky. Or the area 2. Whatever, the 4B boss, that one. But yeah, good shit. Silver Gun's so fucking good. But this motherfucker... Yeah, you know what I saw in your route when it made me look at your route like a lot is everybody would either do this shit where they point blank it for a bit and then you kill that and that's cool, but whoops, I didn't kill it in time. Oh god, I gotta go. Oh, now I'm late behind this, and then oh shit, now it's oh god, can I kill this? Oh no. Or they would do shit like it'd be lasering it. And then you'd get some fucked angle on the top tank. Like, you'd get like, oh, I try to move down, get snagged by tank. Seeing you just doing the shot there, I'm like, I'm not even looking at the screen. And I'm still alive somehow. That was kind of funny. I ended up liking doing this a lot. Just waiting till it shoots. And then I'm like, holy shit, that part that I was agonizing over is now free as fuck. And then I was losing my fucking mind over this section because I didn't realize that the red helicopters were baited. I didn't know you could stick on one side and then they would be on the opposite side. So like, do I have a... What was the one I've been trying to figure out if I like doing this thing. Doing the thing kind of like what you did, where you like laser this one on the sides and then cut back. Laser move. Yeah. That was, I was trying to figure out if that strat you did, if I'm more comfy doing that, where you're like killing the middle there, kill the Zakos, and then shred the tank. Sometimes I have this happen though, and I piss my pants. And then I recently started messing with this way, where you wait for these to shoot, and then you hold shot, and you move over. I did kind of fucky there. But I like that just because we don't care about the tank. Look at the red helicopters that come in on the right. I just fucking hate these red helicopters here. How do I set it up again? So like, it shoots, You see these red helicopters on the sides? I was, like, rage quitting over, like, before I did DOJ, because one of the helicopters would sneak under, and then as you did this shit, it would blast you from down here, it's driving me up the wall. There's, like, this way to do it too, where you wait for it to shoot. You, like, hold your shot, and those kill the helicopters. But, I don't know if it's... I don't think it's as safe as yours. Because, if you fuck it up a little bit, you're stuck at the top of the screen, and, like, those bullets go down. So I'm like, we're trying to decide on what one of those two. Luckily, the second tanks I got, I really like this way on the second tanks. So let's do this way. I think we might just stick with your way, like something vaguely along those lines. I like this, where you sneak through, like, these red ones. Because the red tank I found is so, like, squishy, like, shockingly. I like this where you wait for the red shots. You sneak in through those, and then all the Zakos are dead. But it doesn't get to these as fast as, like, the one I saw in your route. So I think if you don't go really fast, you get fucked over. And then... I don't know what I think about this section. Sometimes I feel like the section just works, and sometimes I feel like the section's an asshole. But, so far we've been just going through stuff. Here, I'll show real quick, for Chiba, they'll like, this boss here, if you're just doing the first loop, this is the... We're talking about how you glitch this boss so you don't fight the second half of it. We're showing how the second loop one worked. This is the example, the same exact thing works for the first, so our damage is like right before the high score letters. I saw somebody here where they just safe spotted it here, but I couldn't recreate it. You just hold laser, and even though it didn't zoom to us like just as fast as figure out the tank stuff. Yeah, I was losing my fucking mind on the tanks until I found out the pink helicopters are just the opposite side of where you go. I was raging so hard about the RNG stuff in this game, and then I realized that it was a skill issue on the parts. Oh, the boss. I did the DDP video before I knew how to do it properly. I found you just get to the side of H, you hold laser on the side, and then it auto times it for you. The setup for it, though, I think's like why won't you? Oh, it's different than normal. The setup, I really didn't want to be asked with learning how to bait these. Doing it by hit count's a good idea. Sometimes. Yeah, no type A. I have I'm too bitch for type A, but you know what we are doing? After this, this could take forever, or it could take not forever. By the way, thanks for the help on DOJ Juju. But, we are gonna do type A and DoDonPachi. Because, Plasmo has that, like, survival thing he did where he no-missed the second loop and showed you how you do it for, like, pure survival. That shit is so good. Unbelievably good route for survival. So, like, in DoDonPachi, I've got my 1-all. Appreciate it. I stole from your replays, though. You didn't see that part of it. Like, when I was new to shmups, by the way, your, like, chaining guides were the very first, like, shmup tutorial content I ever found. Like, for a long time, all I saw was, like, Jamer's videos, and then every once in a while, he'd have a CC. Yeah, it looks less, like, horrifying. It still looks, like, tricky. tricky in spots, but like a Hong Kong version. I just watched a Plasmos Hong Kong clear. That first loop looks like a second loop. That shit is not okay. It's so fast. You got Psycho bullets in loop one. And Donpachi's a game where like it's not quite like microing like in a DOJ Ketsui style. The bullets are fast and big and you're supposed to macro everything. I'm like, good God, that Hong Kong version looks nuts. I actually looked into A-Type if it would be better than CL, but I don't know. Everything was on CL, and there's like a few parts like uh, what's going on? I'm using old RetroArch. It's slightly different because this one isn't fucked. If you use newer RetroArch, like your states just get corrupted instantly. Everything explodes on like DoDonPachi and stuff. Yeah, it seems so good in this one because like you don't have the Donpachi like fucking tank movement. And sections like this, I was losing my fucking mind over this. Because I was talking earlier, some people do this strat, but then you have to move back around and you have to do some bits of stuff and timing's weird. What is, by the way, what is like the optimal ship then for scoring? Because I know I've seen like Jamers do CL. I know Prometheus has like AL stuff. I'm like, it would be cool if B ship was like somehow turbo optimal, but I never see B in this game, so I assume it's bad. CS, dude, I had the dumb idea of like, I'm like, I think CS might be better for the whole game. And then I looked at CS trying to kill Hibachi, and I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. BL has the world record? I need to look at that then. That shit is tight. I'm like, every time I look up a B clip, somebody in the description is like, yeah, I cleared with B. Way harder than the other ships. I'm like, oh no. I know, do you know for Donpachi, is B the world record? I assume B is world record in Donpachi. I learned my first 1-all of Donpachi with C. Kind of like Type B secretly be best. I think that's like especially cool in this game because it's like hard as shit to use. Like let me pull it up real quick. Type A has the world record. That's sick. That's A's movement seems. Oh, that would do it. Sometimes it's the player. It's like a Panda player won Tekken World Tour, and everybody still said Panda was trash. Technically the best, but the God player's on Type A. This is why this one's so weird in this. If you play like DFK, in DFK, you like, your options hit fucking everything, and when they rotate, they like rotate slowly. This game in Donpachi, they just be moving, and it's just one side. It's so bizarre in this game. Like in Donpachi, it's I like how it is in Donpachi. But the Type A movement in Donpachi is what got me sold on that. Since you just play at the top of the screen a lot and just like kill everything on the way in, don't deal with revenge bullets. But that's cool though. Yeah, it's cool though that it seems like the people who score Donpachi seriously are like seriously scoring it, which is awesome. Like I feel like I see a lot of people doing crazy stuff on that. I'm not like super familiar with currently like where everything's at. You know the other thing I was looking into today? I was looking at a lot of pro gear actually. I was watching the average super play enjoyer that had the pro gear 2-all with like the weird ship combo. Uh The chain rivet. That had me looking at, like, replays a lot. Like, I've only ever played bolt nail because everybody plays bolt nail. It's super interesting seeing what I saw Wes too. I saw Wes has, like, a bolt clear or a chain clear. Less need to be optimal. Yeah, there he is. I was sneaking up on your pro gear clear because I was looking at, like, how actually many 2-alls are there? Dude, pro gear scoring is so sick. That stuff is I got a touch of that because they ran pro gear in a Callis Cup. Uh, I think I did, like, a half scoring, half survival thing, so I made it to, like, 13 mil, so, like, 6 extends for the final boss. Well, like, I think if you wanted the 2-all, you really wanna be scoring that. For those who don't know pro gear, you get a ton of extends, up to 9, I think, and, you don't get extends in the second loop, so you have to, like, blow out your score all in loop 1, do as best you can to get prepared for loop 2. Yeah, that one's so good. I remember being scared of that game for the longest time because for some reason, like, when you explain that game and lay it out, it seems really complicated. They're like, "You gotta use specific shot type to get a specific item to build up counters," and I'm like, "I don't know, this is sounding great maho to me." And then I learned how it actually works, and it's just shoot shot, get ring. When the ring is diamond, then you hold laser, and now you get diamonds. And, like, obviously, it's, that's, like, the explain like I'm 5 version of that. Uh, there's a lot in that game that seems, like, hyper technical for with the scoring side, but I don't know, as just looking at that today, that game seems so good. And then, I was also trying to dude, Wes, I might rename my channel to Wes Dash because 'cause I'm stealing all your replays. I was looking at your Ikaruga stuff too. The solve 1-4 or solve 4 stage. Good Christ, stage 4 is such a bastard, uh, for me learning through. Yeah, that's perfect with Pro Gear having, like, a lot of details and mechanics, but easy to start playing around with. That's how you know it's a good ass mechanic. It's like Escaluda, I keep raving on about how I think that's the best design mechanic ever made. 'Cause, survival players are like, "This is fucking awesome." And then, score players are like, "This is fucking awesome." It's dual purpose. I can't think of anything quite as dual purpose as that. Like, if you look at Gunvein, there's games like that where they make the scoring so connected to survival, but nothing like where the survival mechanic is also the scoring mechanic, but functions so differently. I don't know how you Rogue second loop is more reasonable. That's good to know because the second loop revenge bullets look spookier to me than like Ketsui. But also it could just be horizontal. Be like Hori game, revenge bullets. I haven't played a Hori game with revenge bullets. What up, point blank? What up, dude? We are so everybody just got here. We're like kind of going around what I know and things I've run into on DDP Loop 2. Yeah, maybe it's just because I played a lot and maybe past the phase, but I know a lot of people get like get smacked the first time they try like a Hori game. Like like a lot of people trying Pro Gear for the first time or trying Death Smiles after only playing like a Toho or like another vertical cave game. I know a lot of people are like, "Whoa, I can't do this." I've never run into that, but I've also like I have memories when I was 5 years old playing Thundercross on an old laptop with, like, a really early version of MAME. So I've been indoctrinated since childhood for Ori 4x3. I think I might like Thundercross more than I have such a high opinion of Thundercross, and it's purely nostalgia. I think everybody else hates that game. But let's look more at I wanna I gotta clear Kai Katana Shin too. Oh yeah, there's less you have a lot of room in a Kai Katana. Okay, you could use the whole ass 16x9 and just in general. Yeah, it makes sense, Wes, going from like you have the reverse thing where like you're used to platformers going left to right, you've played left to right shmups, and then you go to vertical and you're like, what the hell is this? We don't have mobile phones yet. We've never seen vertical screen. Oh man, what were we messing with? Let me do one run through 4 in the back while. Dude, I need to do Gaiden 2 Chiba. Uh I thought about not doing it because there's already a million like really good Gaiden guides, but I'm at a point now where I thought I was gonna do like a 1cc guide for every game I cleared, but it takes a while to make those. And my rate of wanting to learn games is faster than my rate of making the guides. So I think I'll just learn it anyway and then play it on stream. There are a bunch of really good survival replays. And then if you don't care for survival, there's like Jamers as a score play and stuff like that. There's a guy, I think it's the same guy. So I think what you want is not one or the other. I think the strat is something in between. I found a run that uses like default auto fire, slightly faster auto, or like just default shot, slightly faster auto, and then full 30 hurt. And they show the rank the whole time in the port. And they have like spots where it's like you don't need full 30 hurt here. So you could do like 15 hurt or something. Gotcha, that's good to know point blank. The it's also slow on the guides too. Like shit's like an hour long. Uh Less of like a commentary as a run through. Plus you're pausing all over the place. I think most of my commentary would be as it's going, but I gotta get better at talking and doing. Or I'll just do this as we're going. Oh, by the way, anybody got good strats for this shit? Good Christ, this fucking boss. The most comfy I've found is to do this, where you like at least kill one of these for one. And then kill one turret. And then kill the middle? Because, so you're like hitting the boss and these. But it's like you still have to dodge this shit. Because I saw a replay where they just blow the middle ones immediately and then just deal with these fast. And if you're lucky on the pattern, then you can kill both of those fine. And then I saw one that just literally just triple bombs. It just doesn't give a shit. Because like originally I was doing this, where it's like we just wait for 2 baits. You kill the middle one so you don't have to destroy the 2 sides. And you're hitting the boss, which is a big deal. I keep seeing plays that like dismantle it more safe, but then by the time they've killed the parts and have to dodge shit, it's like they've done like 10% to the boss itself. This shit is not okay. This fucking... And I don't know how to not kill the turrets in the back. You see how everything's reasonable now? Look at what happens if you blow out the turrets. Which it's like hard to kill those turrets on purpose, because you have to barely like nick them on the side. But whenever you're dodging things and moving in and out, you're like hitting them. There's consistent two bomb strats. 2 bomb I would be happy with. I'm like 3 bomb, I'm like, help. Especially with the one big enemy from before and then the random. I used to think that this part was a guaranteed bomb. Yeah, the top turrets, like if we... I think I'm also damaging them at the start too much with the... I think you get fucked pattern if you like blow out even one of those or something like that. But two bomb strat I will be very happy with. But I thought that shit was gonna be 3. And then this is the actual thing that got me to rage quit. I was trying to learn a route for these. Because I'll see routes that like kill things like precisely. RZM tried to learn it. If RZM has a replay and duo, I might look up theirs. I think I've seen their replays before. That'd be cool. I'm trying to save as many bombs as possible because as much as we can lab this shit, I'm gonna assume I'm taking 2 to 3 bombs, and just if I get a run where I do things right. This was a thing that blew my mind, Wes. It's just a tiny thing on your run that I was looking at. So like this was the way I was trying to do it before. I think this is what's in the Asagami route. You hold laser at the bottom there, and then you dodge out and try to get out of this and make it to here before this shoots, and then you point blank it. But like you see, I fucked it up there, even though we had a good start. Gotcha, not completely consistent with it yet. If I could grasp the general idea of it in their replay, that might be enough. But I saw what I saw Wes do. I'm not good at it, but it's literally just doing full shot on these. And look how clean it is to get to the other side. It's glorious. That's the only detail I need is literally just use shot on that 4th tank instead. You might have got from Asagami? Okay, sweet. I actually have, for when we fuck with like 2-6 and stuff, I have accumulated the army of survival replays. It's like the Asagami one. I think he no-bombs this shit. This is the most recent Asagami replay. I forgot what he did because I've forgotten what's in every replay now. So he's just... and he's point blanking with his butt on the bottom. That's killing a turret before the pattern starts. Oh shit, that might be... I'll probably learn this way then. There might be the like... okay, I might dick around with that way. You know what else I saw in a replay? You know, everybody does the box dodges on a 1-5 boss. Oh yeah, real quick, funny safe spot that doesn't really matter. I didn't know that you could just sit here. Ooh, did I fuck up somehow? I didn't know about... oh, you have to be shooting, that's why. I didn't know about this shit. This is like a nothing burger safe spot. I'm like, I thought that's funny. But I saw in a replay, and I keep forgetting about it, so while I can remember right now... so I feel like this guy's the gatekeeper of Loop 1, and we're just gonna bomb just to get the last phase. Let me get the last phase real quick. So I saw a strat here. So everybody's got their own way of like doing this type of like where you're like dodging rectangle. It's the gatekeeper of Loop 2. Dude, Loop 2 one looks terrifying. Everybody I see bombs the shit out of it in Loop 2. I'm like, there's no way I'm dodging this shit. I'm like, I need to not bomb the rest of the game. But like so I see people do like something like this where you're doing boxes on the right side. I think I saw Peg's replay where he's like, obviously it's not like this movement exactly, but like this idea, this way is actually working out kind of good. I want to see how long I can hold it real quick, and then I'll get to the thing I was saying. Maybe I'm more comfy doing that way. But, I saw a safe spot. Let's see if I can recreate it. Is this consistent? I saw a replay where they did this in loop 2. And like, it's like right here where like the left side of their engine is like along this diagonal in the UI. And they had the bomb to get here because it's probably pretty tight. So they're probably like bomb while figuring it out. It's a Hail Mary in loop 2? No! No! I thought we were saved. Oh, it's a Hail Mary in loop 1 too! No! Oh. Damn. I knew there was a reason that people didn't go for it, because I'm like, it's probably too easy. It's probably not like the DoDonPachi one. Does the, you know DoDonPachi, like the 5th stage boss, you safe spot the start of it? Is there any variation in that, or does that shit always work? I know when doing the 1 loop I did that strat. If cave was... No! DP1 works? Okay, cool. Thank God. I was worried about that also in Batsugun. I gotta make the Batsugun video already. But the like safe spot on the final boss of that one, I kept trying different things over and over and make sure it's actually a safe spot. And it is. If you just and push the sides of the screen, gotcha. That makes it so much more finicky if it's rough for DP if you die and move. Yeah, you're probably not dying like immediately before stage 5 boss though. I bet that's an asshole though. You're doing runs and then you just die there on the spot that you thought always worked. So we went over a bit of a... So one... I guess while we're over here, I'll just do a quick run through of up till 2.5. So we're gonna start at 2.1 and just go over what I know. And then we'll fuck with 2.5, 2.6. Gotcha. Yeah, that stuff would be so frustrating to not know that's a spot. And have some like weird case like that happen and screw you over. Yo, I was messing for a while with the Escaluda 2, doing it all in over mode. And I probably spent hours trying to find some cheeky exploit like that on the final pattern, because it's like not doable. And I couldn't ever find anything. Cave learned, or just had stuff where that doesn't happen as often. But we do a quick run through here. Oh yeah, do you guys know? So before we do that, so that Asagami replay we're looking at. So in the comments of it, I guess you can't see it. So I just looked at this and it's like, by the way, if you let go of the B items, so not reveal them, the slowdown rate of Hibachi fight changes, so he let go of anything he could. I haven't heard of this anywhere but here. Do you guys know anything about this? Because I've basically been just trying to not reveal any B whatsoever because of that. Because if it's like a slight chance, maybe you could make Hibachi final not get a fast rank. then I will happily go out of my way to not reveal B's. But that's the only place I've ever saw that. So I'm like, I have no clue. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. So like this B right here, I'm like, nope, we're not picking that up. Something that scares me about Hibachi, or maybe it's a good thing. I haven't heard of it either, Wes. Well, I'm like, just in case. I mean, I've had like I also didn't know. We're playing the Japanese version right now. I didn't know for the longest time that this differed from the international one. But I found out Hibachi's harder on JP, I think. I think the final or something. Also, I keep forgetting that you can't play in DoDonPachi. I got my clear with type with 2-player, because when you pick 2-player, you get the alt color palettes. So like this ship in DoDonPachi is black instead of blue. I did not realize for a while that like playing 2P in this game like fucks with Hibachi. I keep forgetting that, and I go like, I'll try out the black ship. That looks so much cooler when I look at like a Jamer's replay. And then I remember that shit, I'm like, oh yeah. Whoop, this is me fucking it up, but it's not the hardest dodges even if you do fuck it up. Don't bother with that, they have... Okay, if people who actually know like, the like details behind that. That's what I noticed with shmups. We have like there's a lot of people who like really know shit. Like really, really know stuff. I moved. I didn't do the funny safe spot like before. Like before shmups, before fighting games. By the way, this section right here, I think this is the route. For some reason, I had like a... See, I even fucked it up a bit here. For some reason, I had a bit of a fog with this stuff because there's just so many enemies. It's kind of like a Bat Rider area where they just kind of dump a shit ton of like an area at you. See, that's why you want to be faster than I did. Well, we need to... Let me fix that real quick, since that's a death point. So it's like you blow up that one, you come back, you blow up this one while going over so nothing hits you. What I notice that I do here is if I take too long dealing with these, I get stuck behind the like jeeps here. This shit becomes a real problem. Yeah, if you just go fast, even if you don't kill the jeep there, then it's fine. Oh, this is a funny spot. So going back to Hibachi, I was really scared of luck being a thing. Like, what if I have a good run and I'm bad, so I'm not gonna be able to do I'm not gonna be able to like kill Hibachi as fast as like an Asagami or like a score player. So I was gonna need a lot more resources. So I was worried with Hibachi in this game that what if I just roll bad and then I can't beat Hibachi because I'm not good at dodging high rank Hibachi, or not high rank, but just like whatever slowdown it rolls. But on the other end of that, you can also get lucky and have it give you a good Hibachi. Like our run, I found the setup here. You wait for the circle to just hit the part, and then you tap to the side. I would always accidentally get like point blanked immediately there, but that seems consistent that way. I shot this too much. But like I learned that like my DOJ clear should not have cleared at all. because I fucked Hibachi in every worst possible way you could. Like, it's a disaster in that run. But because you got, like, blessed with, like, a washing machine that didn't explode, I usually have a 50-50 on DOJ Hibachi on if I kill it with 4 lives, and we killed it with 3. So I'm like, maybe Hibachi in this game is also, like, if you go in with a lot of resources, it's comfy. Terrible run, great Hibachi. Gotcha, that's good to know. Yep, you just need to clear it once if you're just going for one clear. And like, I have more confidence in like, once we get a route working good, then it'll like hard carry. Cause I haven't done a 2-loop game of like the degree of like a cave 2-loop. So I was horrified that it might, like, we might never see Hibachi. And then the time we do see it, like after a billion runs, we just get shit on by him because we either got unlucky or played bad. But we got there pretty good. And it was, like, we fucked up a lot along the way. I did dumb stuff there. Let's see if we get lucky on this. I'm so bad at dodging the section after this that I love it when this thing actually lives. I don't like these at all. That's all. I was scared of like this game being like, what if we just get our ass beat like that? And then it's like, that happens a few times, and then it's like, we could barely reach Hibachi. The runs that we do, we get owned immediately. But I think once your stuff's cemented, then it's not bad. I don't know. I'm still new to the hard as fuck games. This is the... I forget if this state rolled the bad enemies or the easier ones. But I think this is the strat I felt most comfy with. I like Wes's strat more, but I'm bad at it if it rolls the bad pattern. So like these enemies, maybe we rolled the easy pattern here. They'll either like aim at us or just shoot down. But this one I found is a little more freeform, where you're just kind of holding shot on the side of them. Like this one, you'd just be here. I actually needed to be on the side more, like right here. Like I need to clean this up a lot more for when eventually doing runs. But like I think that's the sort of more trouble with that on the first loop. Gotcha. Yeah, asked what game should you play to develop skills after Ketsui? After Ketsui, what type of skills do you want? Like are you looking to develop like better ability to route something static, or are you looking for like dodging? Oh man, dude, if you find that knowledge, you could like sell that knowledge as the holy grail of saving people bombs. I, I tried to find if anybody else had figured that out. I'm like, uh, if there's a way to not get that, that would be incredible. I don't know anything about how these work. Thanks for popping in, Juju. Appreciate having you. Have a good one. All right, you want to push further, but not two loop. All right, if you want horizontal or slightly upwards in difficulty from Ketsui, SDOJ is in that territory. Uh, it's I don't think the difficulty types are the same. I think the level it would take you is around the same as that. It's I think I don't know, it's weird. I keep trying to compare if like the bosses in SDOJ are harder or if I think the bosses are slightly harder in SDOJ. And in SDOJ, your whole run is reliant on killing the stage 4 mid boss. But aside from that, I don't think the rest is as hard. So it's a weird. I don't know. That's one. Yeah, getting a multi entrance in Katsui is something you could try, and you wouldn't have to a bunch of time into devote a ton of time into learning like an entirely new thing. Otherwise, uh, a big one. If you play for survival on Futari Black Label God mode, that one is nowhere near as hard as the two alls. At least I think. I've watched a shit ton of replays of it, and it doesn't seem bad. And I've messed with it a tiny bit. That one isn't on the. It's not like trying to whip out like a two all, but it's also more intense. You get more satisfaction with that. Plus, it's just a fucking good game. If you want not God mode survival around SDOJ, that sounds like the best option maybe. Yeah, harder death smiles. There's a Kenzaki Shintaro run of death smiles. If you want to do like level 3 everything with or without the canyon, let me pull up this. Who is it? It is.
Did you just?
This is like an example of a survival run for doing everything in Death Smiles. So everything is level 3. They do canyon, so the rank is maxed. And I actually found it hard to get resources for the level 1 boss. But aside from that, it's this weird in-between territory where the start is really not bad in the slightest. Like, look at this shit. There's like... This song is awesome, by the way. Where it's like... It's an easier come up, and then you hit Canyon, and you just get fucking annihilated if you want to do Canyon. So, like, you can do it or not, depending on if you want to, like, do a full Canyon clear or not. But this one has a bunch of strategies for dealing with, like, the Revenge Bullet stuff. And then eventually the castle. There's a really good... I don't know where to find it. There's a really good Death Smiles replay of Windia on... What is the Chinese YouTube called? A Bilibili? There's like a one of the same with Windia. I've thought about learning this since like Shmup Slam. I was gonna have this be the game I learned right after, and then I got distracted by stuff. But that's like an example of like a... you don't need hyper recharges on that one either. For the most part. I think it does like one. Dropping hyper recharges out makes the difficulty of that way more manageable. SDOJ, you also don't need too many hyper recharges. I only used one in my clear. Oh no, that's cool. I like yapping about stuff. Let's get to the new stuff. I've been talking about the stuff I vaguely know and then have to clean up from 2-1 to 2-4. Now we are gonna get our ass beat by this stage. This is the fucking hallway stage. No problem. As one more, like, if you want to go past, alright, good luck, dude. Real quick, one let, mess with Bat Rider. Okay, this shit. This shit is, like, ungodly. Like, I think this is what I ended up... It's like a mix of what Wes is doing, except I go, like, one tank behind. I found just going fast is what has been working best for me here. Fast was shot as high as possible, and then up here, the tanks on the left, they can't shoot you because they hit like yeah, Bat Rider. There's survival routes for that. If you ever want one, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but there's a God replay with like Shorty for that. If you want to try clearing the whole thing. So there's this strat. I think this is the one I got from West Replay. It's not done exactly like his replay, but I think actually that's the best I've ever done that route. So maybe we stick with that one. Here are these like tanks on the side because sometimes shoot you, so it's a problem. We wait for that to shoot so we can get both in one. You have to go faster there. You don't want to fall behind the middle dudes shooting. Oh. So like when you're going to here, you want to like laser this before he's done. Get both of them so that we're ready for this. And then I found going through a gap there is fine. I see people... This is the shit I'm just gonna have to grind so goddamn much to like... I guess you hold laser here before making like dumb movements. There's so many goddamn tanks to be aware of what angles they could fuck you on. That was a terrible cutback, but that's kind of the idea. If you ever make it back, you could move up, move down between the waves. It's like... That section's like crazy. This is the... I'm like half and half with how I could do this. We do this kind of late, just so we could hit those like turrets on the left side. And then I'm not sure comfy with the exact point at which you make the cut around. Like there I cut it kind of tight, but it's like something vaguely like that. I don't know the order to kill these properly. Here's this shit. I did this bad, but it might work because we can move over here in time. And past this point, I don't know how to live. Like, getting these first two tanks in the second section here is easy, but past the second bunker, I don't know what the fuck to do. That's good the first half is consistent once you get that down. Because that first half scares me a bit, because I know I'm gonna bomb the second half. Like this... Like, if we get a good one here, and shit works out, I feel like you can consistently kill this first bunker. As soon as we reach the second bunker, though, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, what I need to do is just have the static bomb spot. And then figure out how to live through, like, one wave of these. And then initiate this section. If we can do that, then I'm happy to blow one bomb there. I'm also not 100% sure how you get the bullet cancel here, because I've had some times where if I'm just killing everything here, I'm not getting the cancel. I think you sweep one side to the other. You don't like kill everything at once. Do I have a state pass there? This is post first bunker. So like, let's say we get to this point, and then maybe this is about where I don't know where to go at this point. Like, can we cut ourselves a path like this? And so we get a cancel here. One does it. So if we just sweep to the side, maybe that's good enough. I don't know how to get back, though. Like, this shit is fucking horrifying. I know you want to be in the middle at some point, like once you've cleared enough of a path. And then you hold shot there. Let's test out if that, like, one bomb right there is, like, good enough to... Once we kill these two, then, like, play safe. So you kill those two, and then we're just gonna last. It's like, by this point, you're, like, stuck. What if... we could do, like... I'll put a state there, and I'll just fuck around with things. Because, I delay it as long as possible? Gotcha. I want to see exactly. We got yours here. Make you look at your hands. I really like the wrist rest you got on yours. I want to see exactly how much you delayed. So you're like sweeping over, sweeping. You're using shot. That's what I wasn't doing too. Okay, I see what you mean. That like third one pops out. And then you got that whole gap back. I like this is best I got. There's no room. There's no room for your wrists. Let me see. We gotta see if we gotta set up. So like this is about to where I could get to, and then oh no, I'm scared. So let's just mess from here. That's like a bombing point that'll almost always bomb. Run up. Do the... Damn, do it with no... I need to look at that. I'm like, I remember having so many trouble with this in the first loop. Once we see this big building, we probably need to have committed to starting on one side or the other. Can we stream this long enough to where this is started without, like, getting stuck? So, like, can we do this? And then will the Zakos... I'm trying to figure out if we could kill the problem Zakos to give us a pathway. So if we go... This is us going slow just to see if we could kill all of them and get up. That seems too finicky. Yeah, I'll pull up that one in a sec. Okay, now let's just do a fast one. That shit's not gonna be consistent for me. I'll do... Maybe we get to this point and then... Let me just put one here because I want to mess with this cancel right now. So, delay, delay, delay. We're using shots so we don't do damage. I think I killed it a bit fast, but if something like this happened... Yeah, that's like... Yeah, that looked like what happened in yours. So if we can figure out how to set up to this part, where we start here... Laser here, those. I failed to kill you or whatever, but... beautiful! It's glorious! There's that whole big-ass path. Let me... Now let me see here. Let me see if I could get the... Like, I could always 2-bomb it if we find ourselves in this situation. But if we bomb too late, then this shit happens. If this happens, I guess as long as we haven't blown it all away completely. Oh, that's so, like, there's... Like, obviously I fucked up there, but there's so many, like, things in this game that are so hard to consistently get the gap on, and that one is so good right there. Alright, I wanna fuck with the safe spot on. So, going back to loop 1 on this, this boss here, I originally did not want to do this without bombing to get up into a safe spot. But, I got comfy with doing this. So this is the loop 1 version, and then we'll get the second loop 1 in a second. I really wish I had more knowledge when I made the original DDP video. Because I get scared when it has, like, more views than I could have imagined. Relative to, like, it's just my dumbass making video. So I'm like, man, if I could have stuffed stuff in there that I knew ahead of time. Or, we need to not do that right now. You go up right now. I'm like, I could make that shit so much better. So, I mess with this. So this is fairly easy to, like, get into the safe spot for. But the part that's got me fucked up is this part here. Sometimes these missiles that drop are an asshole. And whenever you need to get out right here, you can't. Like this. Like, you get walled right there. I want to say that you can look at the missiles and gauge. So, like, that missile there might have been an asshole. Or, this might be the start, so we gotta wait a bit. Yeah, I saw you bomb it, and I'm like, I thought about, if I get good at this part, then maybe I can get one extra bomb in the hallway. And still be on pace. Because I'm terrified of 2-3 boss taking a shit ton of bombs. Or just in general, like, fucking up in some place. But I think you can... No, not that one. So, like, in the second loop, I think you can always just dip out. But sometimes you just get a motherfucker bomb that blocks your way out. So, like, right here, let's just fade it there so we could... So, like, that one didn't drop there. Yeah, I think this is probably my easiest part to save a bomb on, if I can understand when the bomb will drop. RZM handles it well. Gotcha. Let me do it one more time just to see if I can gauge whether or not the bomb will kill you or not. With, I don't know how the seed works, if we have a random seed by this point. That's what I notice people do, they don't hold up as much. I gotta be doing that. So, like, right here, the safe spot, you just... It's tiny tap. You don't need much. I need all of you gone. I used to have trouble figuring out how to find that lane there that was safe to move up. It's in between a small red bullet and a big red bullet lane. You don't, like, look for a small lane or a big lane. So, like, let's try to gauge if we can safely escape here. We need to get out. So if that bomb dropped, it would have killed us if we exited immediately. I think we can get good at seeing that, and then worst case scenario, if we see the bomb drop and we're in danger, just bomb it. Let's go check out the Loop 2 one. I think it's supposed to be easier in Loop 2 for that or something. Let's get there real quick. Past this point, the stage is like brain dead compared to everything before. God, I'll get better at doing this strat, but like this shit is glorious. Because I've seen so many people just bomb this section of the hallway. They'll like be gods. I did it too early. I've seen people be gods at the hallway, and then they insta-bomb this section. They're like, fuck that. Except, let's just get... I just need to see the end. We'll like fuck with this later. We want to kill those middle two turrets. Let me... When we're on a good route, we won't have to deal with the turrets. Get me out of those. I just want to see the end right now. I saw this. I think you dodged to the left here, and it's fine. Like, this is exactly the same. I'm doing stupid dodges just because it's fun, but like, it's the same as Loop 1. I want to see how fucked getting out of the safe spot is now in this part. I think it's not bad. You also, there's one spot I want to mess with. If you want to no-bomb this, you have to make a silly movement at the end. So like, same strat. You just dip down. Should be easier. Gotcha. I saw Jamers mention something like you use shot here because these die really fast. I'm gonna try messing with laser. Like, laser works, but then because we're oring, the safe spot there doesn't work. Harder to get into. Gotcha. I think it just all depends on how we kill these, because if we can, like... What if we laser for a bit? We gotta... Let's just wait for all of them to end. I don't think that's right. So, I saw this shit, where you can ride the side like that. I think the way it works is you just line up with the... I think you just line up with this fireball, and then you dodge it like that, like DOJ. I think that's the move. I'm far more scared of the Zakos before. But, let's say, so like, we have to exit now. Thought that couldn't happen. I guess it can happen. That could be annoying. So let's just see if we can read if it'll kill us or not. Obviously that was bad, and it died. I'll have to figure out the best way to kill these, like, maybe something like that. So line up with the right side, and then we get in there. I feel comfy doing that. Or is it because your shot's stronger? That could be a thing, too. So here's what we want to mess with. See that movement there? If we can have that happen whenever it... If we see the right bomb drop, maybe we just exit the right side. And then if we were holding laser the whole time and not, like, dipping off because we're save stating, we would kill this before dodging. I've never actually seen that pattern. Will this always give us that seed? It looks like it's changing. But we're trying to... That shit could happen. You see how rapidly those 3 bombs drop? No, that's... Safe here, and now... I think we'll just have to get a good read on how these work. Because I think you can read these. Like, that one right there is the one we'd have to get good at identifying that's about to fuck us. Wow, even... Can you survive there always? Because I saw, like, in a Jamer's cat... Oh, that's beautiful. Does that shit always work? Oh! I saw in a Jamer's caption that the Loop 2 one, you can always safe spot. It's just the first one that can fuck you. But I thought that meant that you couldn't ever get a pattern where you couldn't, like, exit like this. But you see there, you can die to that. But maybe just sitting at the top here is quite literally all you need to do. Let's, make sure that's right. If this is the case, then the only thing we have to worry about on this boss is the Zako. And then we can save a bomb, and then if things go wrong, we always get bomb. Did I move up? Too eager to point blank. I get really greedy with trying to point blank that too at the very start. Because I don't want to see that last pattern at all. So tiny tap up. Is this fine? That's fine. Maybe we wait for them all to shoot, and then we swing. I need to be holding laser. That's tapping right, but we actually made the right vertical, I think. If we can comfortably get good at moving the Zakos how we want, I need to move up. So maybe we wait till they shoot, we sweep them, then as they move around, we do that. Maybe that's the easiest way to, and we have to laser it. So, I feel like getting up here isn't the worst versus the fireballs. And then if we hug this, are we safe? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Let's get a state into the next stage. This is what happens if you don't laser. If you don't laser while in the safe spot. Dude, next stage, Next stage is like a blur to me on the middle section with the bees. So this is what I know so far. Like, we'll just kill those Zakos on the left. This bit here I worry about because it's kind of tight past these jeeps. But, this part here... No. I think this is the exact... No, we'll like clean that up later, but that's like the idea, sort of. These turrets here scare me because I can't see them, but I found like these, if you sit right here, it dodges the left and the right ones. This is like easy point blank, except you actually go down normal. Can you just hold laser the whole time and dodge these? I just worry about the jeeps mostly. Let's just state the here so we can see why I'm having trouble with this part. Yeah, you just hold shot in that. See this right here? This is something I noticed that like makes that part brain dead. These missiles are annoying because they take up... They like stop your laser. This part I don't know about, and I really liked what I saw on West Front, so we're yoinking yours real quick.
Dear Acorns.
No.
I used to have this cloud.
Get out of here. Okay, you're cleaner though with how you handle the left side of that. Yeah, every time I like play DDP, I forget how to do the start of this and the entirety of all the B section. You point blank for longer than I did. Yeah, look at your 2712 also. I think this is why no everybody else just fucking just kind of kills these things as they go. Yours is easier in a way of like, just fucking hold laser and sweep them side to side, and then you got all of them. Like, I don't like fiddling with just like, I'm gonna go over there and kill that thing. That stuff drives me crazy. I can't route around that. Actually, the big thing that... This was the thing I was most impressed on your run right here. Because I couldn't figure out how to deal with these. And then you make a huge-ass gap. I'm like, I want to learn how to do that. Dude, it's real. Like, forgetting stuff after the clear. We had a shmup meetup. And, so I learned SDOJ, like, 3 months ago or something. And just could not remember how to do all of stage 4. So I couldn't clear it. We went from, like, hibachi kill to, just can't handle stage 4. I, like, went in on Escaluda. Dude, I've done Escaluda for scoring. I've done Escaluda for survival. And, like, I went in there and I couldn't remember what part was in which one. Or, like, I'm like, I basically don't know the game. I couldn't remember which strat was the scoring strat and which strat was the survival strat. And, like, I was just like, I'm playing blind right now. I have no route. I'm like, damn, dude. That's the... I thought about doing a video where just like, we'll just stream a game I've cleared before, see if you could clear them all again. And the answer is no. I've probably already forgotten how to do them. I think Tomei Narubi said... I based my whole Metal Black video on Tomei Narubi's run. And then he came in and he's like, yeah, I don't remember any of this. If you want to go for clear or white label, for 1cc, for like for TLB or just clear. If you go without hibachi, then your life will be much less stressful. You can bomb. It's beautiful. Or like what, dude? You could probably... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the hell. Uh, I don't know how the hell DoDonPachi not on Steam. You know what's funny? DFK I felt like was the most underrepresented like DDP game for a long time, but now it has a ton of players and it brings in a bunch of new people. I think specifically because there's a Steam port. That was my first DDP because of that. Definitely Hibachi. Oh boy. I just ripped everything from Asagami, so if my video's trash, then like the Asagami one's the real shit. But honestly, with SDOJ, I remember I could count on one hand what could stop you from fighting Hibachi. It was just one random tank on 4th stage. Can you do the stage 2? Let me show you something real quick that'll fucking change everything. Before you even know you need to change everything. So, like, the stage 4 mid boss to get the extent is such a fucking bastard. I have such asshole. Like, your whole run just boils down. Yo, good luck. I mean, guys. I mean, good job, dude. On the 1cc. That shit is sick. I can never find Asagami's channel because SEO doesn't like him for some reason. I think it's because his name is A.Sasagami. As in, like, the @ name. Okay, look at this shit. I think he does it, and I just didn't know he was doing it until I looked at it here. And it will change everything. Fucking, where is the... He's got so many... This motherfucker has cleared SDOJ, like... with every possible combination of thing you could do. Motherfucker's like, I cleared SDOJ without 2 of my pinkies. I sawed off 2 of my pinkies and played CS. Here's my hibachi kill where we play it with no auto bomb. Every possible variation of fighting fucking hibachi and killing it. He has a video where he kills it with every ship in back to back to back. Fucking, I use that a lot because you have to be consistent. Okay, I found it. This isn't even, he made like 2. Where the fuck is it? I'm also want to learn DFK Ura just because he made an Ura video recently. I say recently, 6 months ago, and it's God tier. Okay, no, this is it. Okay, I think this one has it. Okay, this motherfucker right here. This bastard of a mid-boss. Got you on second monitor? We made it. We made it to second monitor material. Dude, yeah, he's like... Dude, Omcole had his run where he did the whole, like, S to W, and then, like, immediately Asagami's like, I gotta try this shit. Immediately uploads an ultra clear of that. Okay, this shit right here. So, you could enter this pattern, and the blue lines could just be fucked. So, like, right now, they're in a really great formation. You see, all he had to do was just tap to the left, and you're now in the blue lane, and can move along with it, dodging the red bullets. However, sometimes the blue bullets could not be like that, or they could. It's because it's aimed on you, and if you do this bait exactly like this, so look at, we're tapping here, we're tapping, 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 tapping. When we reach this point here, where like that wave is about finished that we're moving up into and we're killing with our laser, we move to here, and then we end the pattern. So the pattern starts while you are on this right. Don't worry about the vertical. Just look at the horizontal position. We are on the right side of the boss. If you start this pattern at this right side of the boss every single time and then move downwards, you can always dip to the left here, and you have an extremely clean way and consistent way to get out here. This is the shit I wish I put in the video. Because my thing in the video is like, just dodge it, stupid. But in this one, you just start the you just end the pattern, or like, it starts right here. It will always bait this consistently this way. You no longer have to adapt anything. And these dodges are really easy if like you just had to dodge 2, and they're predictable because it's static. Lifesaver, Jesus Christ. Like, that turns this boss into like, I'll just do runs and half of them fucking die to this spot. To not. I'm like, maybe that's pretty obvious, but my dumbass didn't know, and all of our runs would just explode on that boss. Good God. But to be honest, you've done the Earl requirement. Like, you can fuck up a lot on SDOJ and still hit the requirement. Yeah, it's the tiny things. But like, all you have to worry about is some random jackass tank on 4th stage. If you set that up, that mid boss is free. If you can't set it up, then it's a bastard. The second half of 4th stage is kind of hard, but it's consistent. So like, once you got it down, it's nothing like this. This stage, if you can do the mid bosses without your hypers being fucked, then you're set. Everything else is consistent. Those are the like only killing points of the run from what my experience was. And then it's just like, you can get a shit ton of runs into hibachi at like your level. Nothing like Ura requirement. And then hibachi's like a fucking bastard, but that fight's sick. I have the funny idea. So why are we doing DDP 2-all? Yeah, it takes so long. Do another two loop. I think you were right to do Ultra in Futari. I think that's a good pace. But What was I thinking? Oh yeah, at the my main I had the funny idea of doing a video where we rank how hard all of the hibachi fights are. So that's why I wanted to do DDP right now. Because I suspect that SDOJ hibachi is the hardest hibachi. And I suspect this is the next hardest one. I want to get this shit out of the way so we can relax and fight the other one. That's supposed to be your retirement clear? Oh shit, just when you thought you were out of the game, they brought you back in. SDOJ be way, I think even with Hibachi be so much easier than Futari Ultra. It's just a bastard because of the big ass hitbox, dude. You play expert, you get this tiny hitbox, you get proper like dojo hitbox, but then you gotta play the game expert. I appreciate that. We'll see. Because I fucked with it a tiny bit. I do think the final of this is easier than SDOJ Hibachi final. Just because SDOJ you have 8,000 input lag. Dude, I played SDOJ on Exa. Oh my god, Exa was so good. It's like the smoothest thing you'd ever seen in your life. Like input delay wise. I'm like, damn, I can't play. Don't play on Exa if you want the. It will ruin the home experience for you. You know this strat here? I do this in the first loop. And you dodge the purple ones before things happen. I don't know if it's a good or a bad idea in this loop. Because maybe you just do for as long as possible, then dodge. Because it just shreds those. Let me see if I could do this part first. Nope. Let me get to that point. Let's mess with killing these like this, where we point blank the first one, and then we run away. I just worry about getting this happening, and then maybe having some bad luck happen. So when you mentioned white label, you were thinking of doing 2? You mean 2-loop white label or 1? I'm like, oh, we need to go up at. I think we tap while going up there. Oh, look at that opening. If we just tap up. So the problem here is like, if you just go, then the enemies on the left live and we can't hit them and then we're trapped and we die. If we try going slow, we do kill the green enemies, but then we die to Zakos. I think if we go right as... I think the strat is as soon as... See how these thin bullets here are going in ones? Yeah, 2-loop, you're crazy, dude! You did 2-all, though. White label has me fucking terrified. You should upload it anyway, point blank. It should be funny. Yeah, I know that exact feeling. I have a bunch of Battlefield clips where before I had OBS like just set it to just the game, where I'll just hit something sick and then like somebody in the background will be like, "Yeah, Elmo!" Or some stupid shit. I'm like, no, my clip. It's got somebody saying some dumb shit in it while some cool shit's happening. Oh, why are we stuck? You came from fighting games, so all your... I think you mentioned before... Oh, what ones are you doing? I'm a big Tekken player. Your best clears are where you got the homies in the Discord. Nobody knows the 2-all is about to happen. Everybody's just shooting the shit. I needed to not laser there, and it still works. See, it got us out. This is the part I have no idea what to do once we get to here. You got accent core combo movie? Hell yeah. You got Sidewinder loops? Or some sick shit in there? I never properly played Guilty Gears before Xrd. But I watched Seijan play a bit. And a tiny bit fucked around with Zappa to be an asshole. Alright, we need to look at, so that shit's consistent for the entry into this really hard part. Now, back to copying West. Great, you tap extra slow. Look at the beautiful gap! Such glorious gap! Okay, you kill the 2 jeeps, you kill the purple things on the right. At what point after killing the purple things do you go off? As soon as that enemy on the right... Dude, I love that you have it, like... He has good notes on it. Gotcha. We'll probably pull that one up, too. The thing I noticed in your run is I feel like you had, like, designated cues for when you do shit. I really don't like runs where the idea is, like, you go over there and kill that enemy, and then you go over there and kill that enemy. I'm like, I need, like... As soon as this part dies, that's your cue to go. Otherwise, it's, like, fiddly. We could get the idea, though. Killing those, helicopter comes in, sweep over. You get ahead of the right, the left turrets, which are dickheads. Yeah, that like walled you just barely in that opening. I'll pull up Jamer's one if these ones don't have a... It's just the Asagami. No.
Night of the year.
Oh. It's just the Asagami one right now, just because I have that pulled up.
That's just a good investment.
And then I'll pull up Jamer's. He's got CCs. You're like, look at these dodges you have to do if, like, if things get fucky. Look at that. It's terrifying. And then we gotta do it again. I see shit like that and I get scared. You wait on the left enough to kill the one purple bee. God, it's so hard to manage like the individual enemy kills. 'Cause there's so much goddamn shit on screen. Okay, they sweep to here, they kill the one enemy, they move over somewhat similar to what you do. Except yours was cleaner to cut over. They went here pretty fast. And they're not doing the... Nope, that looked like a planned-ass bomb. Where's the... Jamer's clear. I need to see, like, I need to see the idea, and then we bomb when we're terrified. Okay, so this is like yours. We killed the jeeps, now we kill the right ones. He's also chaining, so it's like extra technical for this section. It was like 1-2 cut over. I'm looking at the left, just looking at the bees that are spawning, and so we got like 3, and then we checked. Dude, this shit's fucked up. All right. Let's mess with and see what trouble we could get into. So as soon as this happens, we tap. Create some of an opening. I fucked up, but it worked out. How do we... Let's just get one here and then we can mess with it. Just back in, yeah, I love this shit. Just have a bunch of them and trying to. You're like building a jigsaw puzzle of your run by looking at like all the strategies everybody found out. So one goes, we go over. Obviously, I'm doing like at this point, I'm winging it, but we accidentally made it work. I think I didn't save it. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Just if we make sure that diagonal shot is hitting these. We need to laser those. You see we got stuck. Tap, 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 tap. We kill the green ships with the side. Maybe we do this. Oh, that's way better. You just go faster there. That's what I was missing on that. Jeeps are dead. Jeeps are dead. Wait for the one. You get the one. You scoot on over. I'll have to look again. We went like 1B late. So Jeep, Jeep. Purples, wait for one on the right. We go. We go. We're doing this, so we're killing you. As soon as these bees pop up. And I don't know what to do past this point. Do you get the point blank this? I forget. In loop 1, it's easy at point blank. I've thought about making a video talking about, like, doing this, of just, like, how to yoink from everybody's replays. 'Cause, obviously, like, it doesn't appeal to everybody because it's... Like, I'm a training mode player. In fighting games, I'm in the lab more than I'm playing. Like, by far margin. So this stuff I like. As soon as that... You see, that was the Q on your run. As soon as that top left, like, the cap on the honeycomb died, then you moved over. As an annoying blue shot. You just sweep all these. That's kind of what we've... That died way fast without needing to point blank, which is nice. I thought about making a video just talking about how to yoink from everybody, and then you can build your run really fast. Because I think a lot of people, like, at least for me, so I've known about Ho-Ho and, like, vaguely arcade games since, like, 2011. Which is a long-ass time. And it took from 2011 till 2020 before I ever sat down to learn a 1cc. I would just casually play Toho on normal and then watch people's replays and go, man, those guys are good. I can't believe they could do that. I could never do that. And it was because you would just boot up the game and then go, and then you would die on parts you don't know because you're fully reacting to everything. And then maybe you pick up stuff for the next time, but that's like slow as shit. The moment I learned that, I just read the Prometheus, like, the Prometheus doc that basically just says, grab MAME, start save stating, and then just do section by section. Fucking game changer. Went from casually playing from 2011 to 2020. I got my first in 2020, and then I really started going for it, like 2022. And like it, as soon as you could just copy shit, it goes so fast. So I thought about making a video that's just like, hey, make a save state, look at this dude's replay, try to see why shit works. And if you're newer, you're not gonna know why some stuff works, or like, but like, more than not. First clear Toho 7 on normal. As a bet, nice. Oh, that's cool. Getting into DDP through the Mister core. I haven't messed with it. I know they got good stuff on there. 5 cave this year? Hell yeah. You're about to have more cave clears than me pretty soon. That's a lot in a year. Sorry, I forgot it wasn't showing it on there. I was looking at what the post thing there is. Let me just see real quick. Do I have an understanding of vaguely how this works? Doesn't need to be exact. This one messed up a lot, but I understand where the stuff was. If we're in this position, how hard is it to not die? That's why you have to cut at some point so we're not at what we found ourselves in. Let me just get this real quick. We won't grind this out till it's perfect, this section. We'll just get to where I understand how it works, and then we'll look at the next one. If I have a vague understanding of the route, I'll like... I didn't wait for the one on the side, so you see it shot that one from the right. This part here, didn't know exactly where to move. I'll look at the replay on that so we don't get stuck like this. I don't know, whatever. That'll work for right now as like a... And then it looked like we could... If these are the only things alive, we could do a movement like that, but it, Let's try to be on the side. You see, this is the thing that drives me crazy with DDP lasers. Look at our laser and look at where it goes. The tip of it. So if you're holding on an enemy, it's like just holding it, that's fine. But the moment it runs into something, it has to like reset. And that shit kills your damage so hard in this game. So we're gonna hold on the side. Where these tanks can't give us problems. Maybe we do, like... this is a shitty state, so our route would probably need to get in a better situation there. I didn't wait for you. 2 of you, we sit here, we wait. Now we go. I think I messed up again, but that'll work for right now. Please go. Alright, well, let's figure that out. That's a big problem. Oh, yeah, that... I remember the, like, the first... This guy... Do you have a state 0? I do. The first time I learned of that was when I first tried, like, learning to chain this game. Let's see if I remember the chaining route. But there's like... It's vaguely something like this. I'm shocked I remember as much of this as I do. There's a bee there I missed. Oh! I can't believe I could remember. Well, we missed all the bees, of course, but this part I remember, it's like, hell yeah, I chained to the boss, and then you pick up the power-up, and it fucking breaks your chain sometimes. I remember getting traumatized by that. You're like, oh god. Oh god, the power-up's coming in. You reset my laser, break my fucking chain. Alright, how do you solve this? You just set it up better, because, the tanks aren't a problem. Yeah, see, look at the tanks at the top that are coming from the left. You shot the kill though, so now we don't have anything interrupting us. Let's look at more of this just to get an even better idea, because I was just guessing at this point. Oh yeah, you have the bomb on there, but the idea is sweeping you guys, cut back. Probably sit on the combs. Alright, where did we get to? This is another reason I swapped off name. Because I like having an abnormal amount of save states. Don't worry. Your replays like, I actually like to replay so much. I wasn't gonna do this game because I rage quit it before. And I saw your replay, I got motivation. The replay itself is already mad good. Let's just get ahead of this since we've seen a... I didn't wait. No, you had to go back to the left. I remember you have to double dip on the side there. So if we get to this point... Let's say all the bees are gone, you use shot on the tanks up, and then you probably can do this. And you shred that. Let's just get one of those there. Okay. It's hard to explain on... I swapped the DOJ because DOJ is a lot more constructed. This shit is like, fucking there's turrets over there, and then there's turrets past the turrets, and then once you blow up the turret, it's a whole beehive of turrets, and that's just the left side of the screen. The right side of the screen, there's tanks coming up from the top, and then the bees are from the... I'm like, Jesus Christ, they just fucking threw everything on this stage. I'm like... I'm like, this game, despite this being the game that, like, started the cave formula, I feel like this game is far from the cave design in terms of enemy design. Just because they fucking just chuck everything. They're just like, fuck you, look at this shit. There's fucking everything on this section. Let's get us out of here so we can... I want to see the next parts. Ooh, that wasn't it, but whatever. So let's say we're at this point here. No, we wait for the bees. You shot. Let's try lasering these beehives. I just want to see the next section. I don't care if this is the strat. Yeah, I'll have to... Okay, here's what we're doing. Fuck are you? I don't want to cement this right now, because this is a section that's like... This is stage 6 right here. I just want to see the next area right now. I wonder if... I only started somewhat learning Bat Rider. But Rising, I feel like, has this kind of enemy to... Ooh, look at that. That's a crazy... It reminds me of a Bat Rider, the airport stage, where you're in the airport and there's just, like, shit everywhere. But even that's more like... There's not... every spawner on the planet. Alright, let's do this properly. So, when I was doing the 1-all, this second B, we just moved on it. And then swept. I saw Jamers had a caption, though, that said that these could shoot a different pattern or not. I think this part's self-explanatory just because it's the same strat as the first loop. Yeah. See how much easier this shit is? Good God. I think... Did I steal... I want to... Welcome to Violent City. I want to steal that other thing from. I think I saw you also do something here. So let's. For. So I hated this when doing the first loop because I'm really bad at counting, like, when these guys are done and then the enemies pop in. But I think you had... Okay, we kill Big Tank. It was right, sweep the left, left, sweep the right. And then by the time you're back to the left, that's when the big enemy comes in. So much easier. Actually saw I think in the Jamers replay, like, lets that live or something. I forget which part. No, it's the one. No, it's a different part, I think. I fucking forgot already. Where is the starting position? The starting position at the very beginning after you kill the tank. You kill Big Tank. You start on the right. Okay. So you'd be doing this. And then by the time these are dead, you're here. Easy point blank. Take out the second one first. Imagine that one might be a dick if, like, let's say we don't kill the second one. Okay, yeah, I think what I want to see if I remember. It was something like this. So it's like you just sit up here and point blank this. But then you can't point blank these for free. So I wanted to learn the way you did. So I think it was vaguely like this, except with doing it properly and not letting that shoot. One enemy there. Because I don't want to deal with these. Yeah, I can see that being annoying, so I want to either. See, look at this, if you could just do that. And then I wonder if this spot might be an asshole, consequently. So, like, when grinding and shit, we'll grind, like, that part we kept dying on. And then the bunker section. And the post-bunker section. And those are, like, the two big points. Alright, this fucking boss. So, I did see the Asagami one here is kind of weird. It, like, sits very in the middle. Like, very, very middle for, like, the whole time. It's like, he'll do, like, here. I think it's just easier to point blank it. But, like, then you got tighter dodges like that. I'm pretty scared of this thing, which is why I want to get not have bombs for, like, save as many bombs as possible for the majority of the run. I want to get good at this shit. So, like, you don't have enough... Let's say we just tap. If you just tap here, well, if we just tap here and dodge the bullets, this is what happens. You get stuck and you die. I want to get good at identifying when it's about to hit off screen. So like this, and then cut. Like, I'm not sure if he did it exactly. But then we have a whole other ass room to work with. This section fucking horrifies me. I don't like that at all. I saw somebody raw dodge this. I'm like, there's no way I'm betting on raw dodging this in a run. I'm literally just wiggling the stick. Maybe if you do the point blank stuff good enough, then you don't see this as much. Like, let's just see, can one bomb get us through? No. I feel like in the... I'm gonna look at... I think this one had an idea, I can't remember. Here, well, that's fucking in ads. How did you do it, West? We just use bombs to, like, skip everything. I might resort to that also. How are you damaging it so much? Oh my god, you dodge it. I'm just bombing that shit. Wonder, you can't get tagged by the vertical ones. Nah, we're figuring out... If we play super aggressive point blanking here, and we bomb a bunch... Like, let's say, let's say we're super aggro, and then maybe you do an earlier bomb so you point blank there. Can we just get a bunch of damage in early? Will this stop the next wave? Kinda. Bunch of point blank. Now, this is the one I feel most comfy not using bomb on. This one I think is a fucking asshole. If we use one bomb earlier for the point blank, we're kind of aggressive earlier. Can we skip the blue? We can. I might do that. Because otherwise we're doing hard shit for the start. And there. And then using 2 bombs anyway to get through the blue. I want to see, Juju was saying earlier that this shit's inconsistent. It is inconsistent. Can we identify when it would be? And then bomb based off the random movement. I tried to bomb it on that one. Because maybe that would make this not bad. If we can get like, if we can cheese it for a little while, and then that bad one comes in, we bomb. Cheese it for a little while. Bad one comes in, we don't have a bomb. No, that's... I can't look at the side one that killed us and the top one. We just gotta learn how to do it. How much damage can we get off if we are just bombing it? Like, let's say that happens, we move up. And then how much would we actually have to dodge for with 1 bomb? Maybe you need 2 bomb. It seems like a crapshoot without the safe spot. Yeah. This shit kinda terrifies me. You know what's so nice? If you play DFK, the version of this pattern in DFK is you do this. It's a streaming pattern in that. It's so easy. Yeah, dodging? I didn't come here to dodge. What the hell? God, dude. The issue is that I can get in a good rhythm, but some of them are like vertical, and I can't stand vertical. Yeah, I actually hate that too. I like routing the game away. I don't like being forced to do dodges unless they're necessary. Like, Koryu, the lines of the very first pattern on loop 2 were like driving me up the wall. Because you kind of had to just get it down. I did see something like that. Here's what we're gonna do. I want to fuck with DoDonPachi some more, because this shit's gonna take like 100 years to grind to where I'm even remotely competent at dodging that pattern. I'm just assuming that we're gonna dump 2 bombs on it. And I can do a 2 bomb and live that. I got like a half hour, then I got a dip, so I wanted to show a tiny bit of hibachi. I've messed with hibachi a bit. Motherfucker. We have like 5 lives right now, which I'm assuming we're gonna be not at this exact pace. I don't have this routed. I just know that you wanna, when you wanna kill the like 2 sides, kinda. So like this shit you can actually dodge. And then when it gives you the DNA shit that you can't dodge, we're just pop normal bombs. Like I think here is when you're trying to kill the wing for a cancel. Is this really low rank? It feels like not too bad. Like, come on. 4 lives going it. That'll be like the target. Target to try to hit. I saw a run that dodged this pattern and like the other 2 patterns after it. Dude, I'll take a solid shot. So I am fucking awful at this, like, first one. Like, this is an anomaly that I've actually dodged for longer than, like, 1 second. So you want to do this strat, but I saw the Jamer's strat where you, like, suicide at this point. And then all the bullets are away. And then you get a shit ton of point blank like this. So I think that's if you have 1 bomb or no bombs, you just dump yourself there, and then you get a bunch of point blank. I think the strat, if you have lots of bombs, the Asagami one is you live. The Asagami one I saw is that you live. And he can get away with doing 1 bomb. I need to... I always have to bomb this shit. So, like, we could try to live, bomb, and then the Asagami thing I saw is he dips over here. Because past a certain point, they stop shooting down there. Like, the ones that pop off the wall won't hit you. But I'm thinking, if I have 4 bombs here, I think if we just 2 bomb and then try to time it, so look how aggressive it moves. It's horrifying. This is the... So I think this is... If we have like 3 bombs, I think the strat is like bomb. We want to find the point where we could double bomb to get out of this and still have time to point blank. So that wasn't it. And then this pattern here would be like 2 bombs right away get you through. Gotcha. Like, we don't want the bombs to overextend their welcome, because then we lose out time on point blanking. But we do too early and it's bad. So like what happens if we like just do this? Bomb. Live, bomb. Like at this pace, is that fine? He's still shielded for a bit, but... So like we could bomb way faster than that. This shit is a goddamn nightmare. I fucking hate this pattern so much. It's so bad. These bullets are so big. And I'm in already a extremely bad lane. The thing that horrified me that made me go, that like stopped me from learning the game more, was that literally every pattern here is RNG. Like literally every single one is like deterministic or the opposite of deterministic, which terrified me. I watched like a live Jamers run where he just had to bomb everything over and over and over and over because he just got bad luck. And I'm like, well, shit. Do we need to do... Let's just do that. That was a... Now that at least got us through. We didn't get to point blank. I need to memorize when it gets to this point. So, the transition is somewhere around here where this starts. And if you, like, die or bomb during the transition, then instead of getting the bar down to, like, where our score is, the bar is all the way up here. I forgot where it is. I'm gonna people replay to see when exactly it transitions. Let's look at West 1. This is the thing I'm most unsure of in this fight. What if you're in this situation where you got this pattern that you're forced to bomb? But like if you bomb it right away, then you're not gonna do enough damage to trigger the next phase like safely. And then you might not be able to... Yeah, that's the thing that scares me most in this fight. Is like bombing... Because it's like this one you have to bomb. See there, we like lose out on damage. Stop lasering like to do the second... When is the exact transition point? That'd help gauge it a lot. It is... Okay, middle of that like second digit there. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like right here, you have to bomb to live through this. You know you're gonna need another bomb because this pattern's fucked. So you'd stop lasering, bomb, the pattern's over, and then you get the point blank. Because that's a situation I've ran into too that's like a bastard. Because you lose so much if you like have to dodge the last pattern for longer. Let's just get there. Let's like show the last pattern. So I'm always terrified trying to point blank him. So we'll just try to live so we only need one bomb. We're about to die. Bomb. I'll just do a tiny bit bomb. Is that enough? It is. Okay, that's a good time. I'm horrified of this pattern. I don't like it at all. Did we get lucky? It feels slower. It feels slow than a... Like, if that shit happens, I don't know what to do. And you gotta get out of there to, like, point blank that. Obviously, without the dying part. When smartphones were first a thing, like early iPhone, there was a DoDonPachi app that you could play that was not a game, it was just like a collection of boss patterns you can dodge. And that's how I've learned of where all of the cave patterns come from. So like all of the hibachi patterns were in there. So like the one with the bees and the like purple lines, I'm like really I'm like, I've seen this before. That's in that random ass phone app. So like, let's say we're here, and this is that same situation we looked at. And I'm like, if we trigger this here, then we lose out on our bombs. So we would just stop, live. Well, I guess we would probably die there. Now the pattern's over, except we triggered it on... No, we didn't trigger it. You won't be on the side because the side's safe. And get down, it's pretty scary. And then we just try to live for as long as possible and then bomb. It's like Hibachi, but without the washing machine. I think this one is easier because you're not on a time limit. In SDOJ, you're on a time limit of how much damage you could get off before the washing machine kills your ass. I think if you have 2 lives at this point, I think you're good. I saw a strat where once you die, you point blank it for a tiny bit and then bomb, kind of like what we do in DOJ. I heard that what speed of this you could get is random run to run, which is definitely spooky. Because I think this one is easy. This one feels easier than what I remember. Like, we're about to clear it with like, maybe like 6 bombs used. If you play 2P, you get the max rank, I think it goes like turbo fast. Like, I'll never recreate like that type of dodging in a real run unless we get lucky and get that type. But that's our goal, is get enough bombs to bomb 2-6 boss, bomb the final of 2-6, bomb Koryu, bomb Hibachi, and then bomb Hibachi. We just gotta get that point. It'll feel faster too if it moves down towards. Yeah. So that's the goal. If you just got here, this stream, we just went over what I know so far of this. We looked at replays, mostly Wes one, to yoink all of his shit. And then be like, check out my cool route I made all on my own. Oh. So here's what we're gonna do. We got like 20 minutes. How long do you think the clear will take? I don't know how hard Hibachi's gonna be in the end. I was gonna do easy games. In fact, I need to just fucking make the Batsugum video already, but I really want to do this. I'm probably gonna make the Batsugum one either this weekend or whatever, and then work on Mushi. But like, and then this will be like the stream game. I don't know how long this will take, because originally I thought the second loop was more of an asshole than DOJ. I think this one has more problem points. Is it good? This is like, if you look up Fifth Fine, Fee Fine, it's like a standard Fee Fine 1. Like, if you look up Fee Fine, it's the one you're thinking of. It's not the best, like, fidelity-wise, but it captures stuff from all around. When I do, there's a... Like, the actual videos use something like this that's way better. But this shit, if I'm right here, it can't hear me at all. And if I'm right here, it's perfect, except you get puffs. And if it's right here, it's disaster puffs. So it's like so hard. This on stream, it just kind of just sits there. And it sounds okay enough. And it's not that expensive. Oh, I looked at your DOJ commentary. I think your mic's not bad. I have like a... Where is it? I was gonna stream with this shit. This shit is awful. This is like a USB one, but it's a magnet one. So it just hooks on. But it sounds so bad. But here's what we're gonna do, because we got like 20 minutes. We're just gonna do a run of the second loop. Or let's do the whole thing. We'll do one run of the whole thing. Just as a fuck it, do the whole run. Dude, that's the shit that always happens. The run that has a disaster, like not in the end game, is gonna be the one that clears. It's always the case. That shit happens all the time for some reason. You're like, fuck, dude, all those runs where it went good and then stage 5 was a dickhead. And then you're like, how the fuck did the one with the... That's like my SDOJ one that cleared. I cannot beat Hibachi very good at all. With any consistency, with max resources, because I'm just bad at the first half and the second half. But my run that cleared went in with minimum possible resources. No bombs and like a life out. I don't know why that shit works, but sometimes you just keep going and you're lucky. I saw another DOJ run that went into... Yeah, never restart too soon. I saw a DOJ run that got to Koryu with only 2 lives. Not 2 lives in backup, but just 2. Fucking cleared somehow. It like had a miracle washing machine. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do one whole run from start and just see what happens. We'll get glorious loop. We'll make sure all of our loop 2 stuff works in loop 1. I'm bored. Let's try chaining this shit. Let's see if we can remember if we could do... We broke the chain already, so it's already a little null. But let's see if we could get to the mid-boss and have the mid-boss link. Thanks for good luck. If you want to link this, you like kill these enemies slow, and then you can link off this dude. Yeah, I'm just curious where in a real run where the parts we're gonna die on are. Because the parts that we die on in a real scenario are the ones we're gonna need to practice a bunch. I think you don't need the strat, the 2-loop one we use here. Yo, what up, what up? We did a bunch of practice, and now obviously we're not at a point where we could go for clear, but we're doing a full run just to see where we're at. Just to see, like, what parts feel bad. And, like, if there's any, like, weird thing we need to think about. You actually don't want to point blank it right there, because I don't know if it's random or if it's damage based. But the boss either picks the spinny pattern, so the options will just whack you if you're point blanking. Or it picks the one where it, like, it has the diagonal walls and just shoots aim spread. I moved. I think the cheeky safe thing you could do here works on this loop, but doesn't matter. So I never know how to start the next section. I've just started killing that top right tank, and then killing this. Move back to kill you. Then focus on this thing. And then come back. You have to kill that power-up carrier, so it's just one less thing blocking our way from these jeeps. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, point blank. I'm really bad at doing, oh, it doesn't work on this one. These are aimed and not around. I don't try runs until I feel confident they're perfect, and that's really, really bad. Because you don't know where the problem parts are until, like, you do them. Or you don't know if you're, like, ready enough. Or, like, I don't know. You just gotta do stuff and not worry about it. And then, like, figure out stuff from there. I just mentioned that because I worked on V5. I tried to get a no miss perfect where you get all the items or whatever. And like I played that game for so long that it like I probably spent double the amount of time that was required to get it perfect. So my first run of that was the clear, which sounds sick, but it's like I could have cleared like 20 hours ago. And it's like we spent all this time. The same strat for this thing on loop 2 works for here. We could just use the bomb and float it, like I said in the one video. But I want as little inconsistencies between runs as possible. You don't want to go too fast up here, because if you approach him, he like blasts you with the full wave. Like, I'm interested DoDonPachi. I'm gonna learn DoDonPachi. I'm learning a new ship, so even though I know the first loop was C, I don't know the first loop with A. I'm gonna learn the second loop first, and then try to convert everything over and see what works or what needs to change. Yeah, V5 is so good. Like one of the best Tola plan. And I like, even though the checkpoints are kind of a dick, but you have a shield. And I've always felt like Gradius isn't as bad as it like appears, because it's not a 1 life game, it's a 7 life game, because you have 7 worth of health at every point in time, because you have a full shield of 3 and then you stock up another shield of 3. So it's like the second your first one pops, you just pop shield back. You can take 6 mistakes. Now the exception to that is I'm gonna let you live because I don't like the next part. The exception to that is if you're in like Gradius 2, the high speed section, or the very last section of Gradius 2, fucking just takes your whole shield and you can't really do anything about it. At that point, it is R-type, and then if you die, you're fucked. I've always felt like R-type was so much more Gradius syndrome than Gradius, by like a mile, because of that. Outside of like the parts where you get insta-give. Yo, what up, Brain? Yeah, we're doing original DDP. We've gone through about what I know so far of the second loop, and then we've messed with the parts I don't know too much, just to get like a feel for them, of where they're at, and what we need to practice next. And at this point now, we're just doing a run just to see what happens. Just to see how far we could get with what we currently know. I suspect we're gonna get owned by 1-4. What's cool with this thing, if you leave it alive, you can blaze through it. This is the hard pattern. I don't think this strat works on this one, where you can move vertically on this. I don't know this one very well. So we're just kind of winging it. This works though. We're actually ahead of schedule. You won't be sitting on one of these immediately, so it doesn't get off a blue shot like that one. You only have to dodge 1 blue. I'm gonna cheese. We're not gonna reset the whole thing. I'm just going back to stage 3. I went over and looked at chat. Let's see if we do this again. So this is technically a fake run, but we're just trying to see, once we hit second loop, how far can we go? I think I see it a lot in like Shmup Junkie Discord, I feel like. Yeah, if this clears, I'll like... I mean, it's not, because I don't know the game yet. But that would be funny if like... fuck it. I see, nobody knew. Nobody knew. And it's mostly because I don't have time to reset back to stage 1. Is what I tell myself. This is the loop 1 strat. You do something like this, and then you kill stuff in time. The loop 2 one, you have to be really... It's hard to initiate this section quickly. Please don't kill me. I'll have to learn just a brain dead loop 1 version. Yeah, dude, I just wanted to reset the stage 3 BGM. That's what's going on. Let's make sure that turret dies. Dude, I can't believe I'm dying on that part. I'm actually like, I've never died on this part. On the second loop version. I think I'm just playing brain dead. This time we'll use our brain for the rest of the run. Ooh. Yeah, got the extend. Yeah, this run's going sick, guys. This run's going fantastic. Oh god. But what's funny is in DOJ, there's very few like different stuff from loop 1 to loop 2. It's the same thing here. Where all the loop 2 shit works. I'm just bad. I think I know. I think I just figured out how to set up the second loop 1 better. The replay we looked at, the blue middle bullets didn't start shooting, I think, till a certain damage threshold. Maybe you control that, you kill the 2 turrets, and then you're good. I think that's the... Here, let's point blank this for fun. Wish you could do that in the second loop safely, but one of the patterns it gives you is lightning fast. Yeah, Katsui is such a different thing from loop to loop. Or from first one to second. I think Katsui is one of those ones that you hard commit to, though. Looks like you're willing to work 2 games worth. So here, I think the move is to go off the 3rd turret. On the right, that's when you move, you just curve shit around. You get around everything. Originally I sat in the middle, but I found you go here. You do this, and if you laser these tanks at the top, I think you get a cut easier. Like, easier than what I had to do there. This is also the only other part I vaguely know how to chain, and I broke the chain. It's like a cool way to link those turrets there. We wait for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go. I think this is the same. It might not be, so I dipped off to the side. I'll have to check if the loop 2 thing you do there is the same and works for this. I think as soon as you get under these turrets here, then you swap laser. The laser's better at killing them as they come on incoming, because I think it hits them meaty. Or it could just kill them, and that's the whole thing. I think we do our same... Ideally, when we do real run, because we have a full bomb, and we don't care about max bonus, I think we just keep the bomb floating and then make the section ultra brain dead. Right now, I'm just curious if the loop stuff we do... See, like, that shit could happen. We're trying to kill the turrets at the top right, so that's less of a dick. Alright, and I think this strat still works. We move through the red ones, and you get around. I think that's what... Good that that shit still works. So, like, right here, we would just bomb this last section, but I want to see how hard this part is. It's easier if you actually kill these tanks here. You omit all the red bullets. This boss is so much easier. The other one, you have to account for which laser it shoots first, the left or the right. But in this one, it doesn't matter where it goes, because there's no bullets with it. You just hang out with them. Almost died. That would have been funny. So look at where the health bar is. We just hold laser here, and it auto times it. I've only had that mess up once, and I suspect it's because I did more damage than I thought I had. I was thinking when we're grinding runs, this is the ultimate pissing point, because it takes forever to time out. I can imagine some dude in the arcade is like on their second loop. They just have that going, and then they just run off somewhere and come back. Yeah, this poor thing. Every single game he's in, he can get stuck off screen. He's not even in SDOJ. The stage 3 boss made it to... Well, like, vaguely made it to SDOJ. So I'm gonna try this one, where we just go fast and swing for one on each. That's the only one we want to, I think. And then by this time, the red one shows up. You're trying to kill the one on that side. If you're right here, the tanks that we accidentally killed will, like, shoot an angle that's not terrible for us. They won't be on the right before those top ones shoot. I think I have to go faster in the loop. I would have died in the loop since we went slow. You have to go to the left side here fast, so you're ready to stream all these. What's here? You have to, like, tap down at this point, because those things could catch up to you. I forgot to use shot, but it's fine. It's easier on this. I always forget how to handle these. I think you laser these, and then you go back over and laser them, and now you're set up for this section. Let's see if we could do this part. God, it's so much... Wow, we fucked that up bad, and it's still... We could probably... not have to bomb, maybe. So much easier to recover here. Alright, so let's try to get ourselves started here and try that strat we were doing for a second loop. We died. So, like, let's speed up to get to where we would be. You get the cancel here, you kill these. Sweep over, you have room. And then the rest you can kill. That Jeep's supposed to die. So I think I can get this first loop one to a point where I can no-bomb this corridor. We'll have to practice that second part a bit. But eventually we'll get to the point where we no-bomb that. I'm doing that all wrong. Sorry, we missed the... I guess it still got the requirement. I forgot it's a 2 life loss. I'll have to get better at yapping and also doing the route. I noticed that with DOJ, like, I never forgot how to do the side turret section stuff on stage 4, the very beginning. But I would forget that shit every time when we were yapping. Let's see if we could do the safe spot properly on this boss. So we can't do the thing we discovered in loop 2, where we just sit on the middle of it. But we can identify if that would happen and then get out of trouble. Yeah, the second bunker, there's like something about it with the Zakos. They're hard to like deal with both. So let's see. I think, yeah, we had to dip out at that point. That was a thing we could react to, and if it was especially bad, then we could react bomb. So, not too worried about that boss. Bunkers, we should get good at doing it with one bomb, because you get a bomb on this stage, pretty early on. So if we are one bomb out, I think we can afford one bomb on bunker. And then I think that's all we would need once we're practiced or whatever. This side here, you just deal with those so well. I think we had to wait a bit to kill those Zakos so nothing shoots at us right now. You could get that second tank without shooting, that's cool. I'll have to go back and look at what the route was for these just to kill everything as smoothly as possible. I think it's wait for this B go. It makes the angle of these tanks work like this. I like doing this thing. I haven't had it mess me up, but I think in the second loop it has issues. Let's see if the second loop movement here works. It does. That is so... Man, I wish I knew that before doing the video shit. Wait for one of you. We go. I just bombed. Whatever. So we'd be at this point here. We took out the front here. You kill the left turrets. I don't know too much what to do here. I assume we laser these down because they're dicks. And then use shot to kill the tanks so that we could laser this unimpeded. As soon as these die, we move over. As soon as this beast shows up, we move. As soon as we get shoved out, then we start point blanking with laser. We just move on the right of the green shots. If you sit here, like just barely lasering the tanks here, those right turrets don't shoot you. Makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, this was... I forgot the rhythm, so we're just gonna start from here. Please don't shoot. Ah, whatever. Let's see what happens if we have to dodge these. It's not bad. You can't point blank that tank for too long. At least in second loop, the tanks at the bottom seem like they shoot you fast. We gotta get a lot better at... I don't know. That whole middle B section, we got the first part cemented. We just gotta cement the rest. That's dumb. But it also lets us... Okay, we can't point blank it. So we're gonna try to identify when it bounces off screen and then make a cut. But it's walling us here, which is why I don't like doing it on this side. I feel like I have better success on the other. These I don't have a problem with too hard in this loop. If you just dodge one at a time, you can keep up your pace without running out of fumes. This one, fuck it, we're just gonna do the... We're just gonna do the bomb thing. I won't fuck around with second loop. If you do this, you kill it pretty fast, 2 bomb. This is a fake run, by the way. We save stated to stage 3. But we're just seeing if we get into second loop, what can we do in the second loop? So there's a bunch of requirements, and you just have to meet one of them. You have to hit, with this ship, if you hit a 330 combo, you're good for the loop. If you die less than 3 times, so you can die twice like we did, you can hit the loop. Or I think if you get it, all the Bs in like 3 stages without dying or something. So like, if you're going for 2-all, you're not gonna die twice in the first loop and keep going. You're probably gonna die once. Probably not. Like, I feel like it's easier in this one than DOJ to set up a no-miss. I think literally just the last boss would be like a wall for getting a no-miss. So we can afford as many mistakes as possible here. I say that, but in the Asagami run we looked a little bit at. The Asagami run, that one dies on 1-5. That one also does hibachi like crazy good. This one is risky to point blank. If you get a pattern like we got, it's good. Otherwise, it's not. Oh yeah, I forgot about the score one. So if you're like doing any amount of chaining, you probably just auto get it. This stage is easy. The only issue is one attack on the boss, and there's like the tanks on the long bridge in the middle of the stage. If you're not paying attention, they could give you bad angle. That's it. Just point blank for a bit and move down. You don't need to speed kill the pattern that you would skip on this boss. Alright, we just try to make our way to the left. Point blank. Get to here. And then we try to move around. If you macro it on the sides, then you don't have to do any micros at all. It's a little weird. I can't get it super consistent. Like, I can't set it up so it exactly shoots at the same places. But it's just for third one, just using shot, get out, go to the sides. Here's a fun bit. Shit can't hit you. This one, this stage, this first part is like weird routing. It's easy for, I feel like the start of this to be weird. Because it depends on like when you kill things. I don't think it's hard, I just think it's weird. Alright, let's not, we don't want to be on the left side of the jeeps. Because they can wall you off, they have really thick bullets. If you set this up, all you do is tap and you're good. This is a safe spot for 2, because these, instead of shooting at you, shoot around you. I think the goal here is we want to hit these helicopters on the left, and then we just shoot the lane here. As soon as this is at the bottom, you get cancel, you kill the helicopters on the right. Kill turrets here. I want to do this without bombing. To do so, we get a lot of point blank there, and if we killed the phase in time, we can get out. If you take too long, that helicopter on the left becomes a real hassle. This is pretty much safe. Sometimes one of the tanks that were right above can sneak one down, so we're just watching to make sure that that doesn't happen. You can actually hold laser here, but I feel like something could go wrong. Because you can hold laser there, everything will just ram into you, but it looks close. This tank is same as loop 1. We wait for the circle to appear now, and then we tap, and it will dodge that every time. If you don't move to the right here, then the pink bullets on the other half, they won't shoot you. If you tap any more to the right, or if you just try shooting at the center there, the other half hits you. You don't see him because, did we trigger it on accident? No, we didn't. If you move to the top half of the screen, it fires a wave at you. So like we wait a bit, and then we go. So you avoid like the extra thing. I tried to get good at like point blanking this as much as possible, but you don't want to get shoved to the left, because then you can't hit it. Like if we keep getting pushed right, then we won't be able to hit it. I think that one's not bad. Like 2-1, 2-2 are not problems at all. 2-3 is where we get a lot of problems. I'm not sure how 2-3 goes in real runs. Bait everything one side, bait everything other side. You kill one and then move over. You kill this before it can shoot. There's like one of these enemies that once you see it spawn, you can move up. And you have enough room. Yeah, the needle'll be a problem. This one, we're just gonna do this. You just sit here as long as possible. You only have to make one dodge. We want to get lucky and be able to dodge this. If we do, it's easier on this side. We have so much more room. And I like keeping this alive as long as possible because I hate the next section so much. Like, you can't route this too hard because the amount of them you get depends on... Ooh, we're gonna do the safe thing. We're just gonna do this. You just hit the turrets with all of your shots. Here's the actual fuck bit. It's a 50-50 on whether or not these will be a really hard or really easy. And by really easy, I mean like tolerable. We're trying to hit, not kill this one, but killing all these turrets. We abuse the cancel, not for score, but to just live for us. For scoring, you leave it alive to cancel bullets. Here, we're just trying to abuse these to kill everything. We're trying to kill every part but the main thing on these ships, and then blow out the main one. If we leave this one alive, then we can use it late, which lets us carve through these and make a path for ourselves. We had the easy pattern, that's why that's easy. This one we tap down, but they're not like aligned perfect, so you have to dip to the sides. As soon as we get the last pattern here, we dip out, hit you for a little bit so we don't have to worry about that turret. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna bomb. I think you only lose out on the extend if you bomb the final part. I'll just do the one I practiced once we got in real runs. I was trying out killing the middle turret fast, but it made us fall behind. But we should still get extendo, yeah. I think I understand what the strat we'll need to learn for this boss is, but we don't know it right now. So, this is what we're gonna try to do. We're just gonna try to pray. But I think you don't want to damage it to where it triggers its like first bit. But I don't know how to do it yet. So for right now, we're just doing this. So we want the... No, it did trigger those. That's bad. 3 bombs is like what I see a lot of on this. If you get like shitty blue patterns. Why aren't you dead yet? Yeah, this one's fucked up. What up, Vizzy? We decided for some reason to learn another sadistic game. Oh, how you been doing, dude? Help. So I should, what I'm gonna learn for this pattern, I'm gonna learn the brain dead 3 bomb strat. Like, I think the Fuku-chan replay has like, it just pops it in 3 bombs instantly. Don't worry about anything. It's just like, fuck it. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna learn that. And then I'm gonna learn the actual one to try to no bomb it. And then we'll see how it goes. Trying to learn hitbox? Welcome to the... Oh, I'm not thinking. Welcome to the gang of cheaters. I imagine for Under Night, hitbox is probably super banger. Wait for those helicopters. That's like all the helicopters in the stage are your signal to move. Okay, we did this correctly and it made it so we have a gap for the tanks. Except I fucked this bit up. Do we die if we around the world? We don't. That's good to know that we can around the world if we fuck that up. Here's the tech I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we go. And this makes it consistent to deal with the tanks. See, right as we exit, it kills the problem tank. And it's super gonna put that pattern out every time. We wait here, we laser once we're at the turret. This might be my favorite stage in the loop. It's causing me a bunch of issues and... Oh yeah, Pad, I imagine, has so many, You have to deal with that shit a lot more. Any issues I've had with, like, my snack box has been because my dumbass has dropped it. Ooh, we gotta... We will pay more attention to those bottom tanks. I didn't even know those could shoot at you. So, once we go back to learning... This is what happens, by the way, if you fuck up that last section. It fucks this one up, and it's basically a guaranteed bomb. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'll need to clean this up too, because this shit could happen. Let's just make sure we're on this side. This is the one I actually know. This one actually goes cleaner. So now we know we need to clean up, make sure those bottom tanks can't possibly be in a situation to fuck us like that. Let's see if we could no bomb this. You have to aggressively move past the blue ones. Whatever. I thought my laser was in time to hit the red enemies, but it wasn't. It was barely missing them. Let's see if we know how to do... Oh, don't sweat it, dude. This is actually a fake run. We're just seeing, like, in a real setting where all the problem parts are that we have to go fix. I'm not actually hitting it. I went far away, but it should still work because he gets stuck here. You do this movement works for both patterns regardless. I tried to balance looking up. I couldn't damage it in time, so I had to balance looking up at where our damage was currently at and where we are at. So the two, we got a few places in 3 we'll have to look at. We have the tank. That one tank that shot us is a problem. And then we'll look at if we can get to this part here. Yeah, this part right here. Yeah, we're in training mode right now. So the part we died on was around here. Let me do it actually. This is the actual thing you do to kill this thing. You keep holding laser. I moved up to here. And then those tanks shot at me. So maybe like if we let one of those tanks live, that was a problem. Let me try to fuck it up on purpose to see if I can get that tank to shoot again. Because I need to know why we died there. Maybe I'm doing it properly here. Yo, what up, Napoleon? Yo, thanks. It took us, it's gonna be slightly harder than that one. Yeah, we got a lot more strats for the first loop. I found, like in that video, yeah, we went back to this. I didn't think we'd ever be able to try this, but we got some motivation through it because of, I found a few replays, like Wes and the Chaz a God replay that we're yoinking shit from. There's a few things like this boss in that video. I show bombing it. If you want the actual sick tech for this boss, is instead of doing the bomb, you could do this shit if you feel comfy with it. So instead of bombing right here, you move through the small bullet and the big bullet pathway, and it gets you up here for free. There's like stuff like that I wish I knew before. Let's just do one thing of this and then I'll dip out of here. I gotta take off. So we know some problem points in the loop that we ran into. We'll look at making sure that those can't happen. And then I'm not too worried about the first loop making that perfect until our second is good. So this is kind of the route we want to do. We want to kill both of those up top. After the second one here, we move. That's what I was missing. I wasn't going far enough. We could dip up here and then move down. We want to get all the way to the side because then these tanks here will wall us otherwise. What was the plan here? Kill the 2 turrets, then we start this here. We try to kill all these purple ones tapped down so the wave coming in doesn't ram us. We get a pathway to stop the top Zako from being an issue. We laser first one, these ones, and then we can laser the next. Then hell begins. We try to nick that with the side so it's easy to... Man, that's so much better than the shit I tried to do before. Unbelievably better. Except this shit I don't know what to do on. It's too easy to get stuck like this, where you can kill the bunker but you're trapped here. Let's just get it started. Whatever. Oh, that's a part I'll have to lab out, how to do that. So shot, shot, shot. We have to laser here because we're lower on power. It's these 3 up. Kill you. Ideally we killed that one, and then from here it's just shots. We want to make sure to kill the turrets with our lasers there. Remember that, those guys are assholes. I think for the next double, we just sit on the side here and then tap left. But higher up, I think that's what you're supposed to do. Sectori? I haven't seen Sectori. I've saw people mention, oh, that's not what you're supposed to do. Hey, hey. I'll have to peep that. I haven't seen it. Let's see if we know what to do on this one. I'm curious if, like, we haven't labbed the Zakos here in a minute, so I'm curious if those are fine or not. It was like baiting, is this high enough? It is. It's baiting all their shots, and then we move. Wait for them to reposition, bait, get to here. I think we're in a spot, except I forgot the laser. Move up, line up like that. Okay. I'm comfy that after not practicing that since we were last messing with it, I could do that. So that's like one saved. And then we sit in the middle. We're always safe in the middle on you. I can't believe this guy's somehow slightly easier than the first loop one. Assuming we remember to damage him so we don't have to dodge this shit. It's going better than I thought. We have a bunch of problem parts to fix, but we shall see. Fun twin stick? Well, I'll have to peep it. I've seen people talk about it, but I haven't looked into. Let's just see how much of this we know. We had to kill the ones on the left. I forgot about that. It's fine if we sweep it like this. This is a part I have to get a guaranteed consistent strat for. Alright, right here is where you get between these spinners. Kill the Zakos, now we can point blank, don't get hit too early. We probably just kill you two and then sweep side to side. Sweep back to the side, and now we're at where we want to be for this section. Or without getting shot. I'm actually not sure how those turrets live. So let's try out this where we point blank it, but then we move down fast here. So we killed the first one really fast, but we still have room to dodge. Let's see if we remember how to do this part. So once these thin bullets are congested, we tap, 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 so we kill that green one. Now we have a pathway. I did this wrong, so we have to do a hard dodge, except we die. That's a part I have to remember to clean up. We never figured out how to do that. This would be here. You would then go down to the right. You would sweep the left side, come back down. I don't know what to do past this point. You would probably go back, laser these. You shot to kill the tanks up there so we can laser you for free. That latter half section's gonna be one we'll have to look at a lot more. The rest of this doesn't seem so bad. Those red bullets were weird though. I don't know if that was a part of the like random thing or if it's or if the red bullets are part of like the just I need to be doing something. This would be one where you would be sitting right here. You'd be lasering these, and then whenever you're kicked out, you dip off. We move up just like loop 1, you point blank you. I did this all wrong, but we should still get up to you first. 2 tanks, get up to you. 1 tank, now we point blank these for free. What's past here? It's these. We kill those, point blank for a little bit, but then they shoot, so we go back down. Run into purple bullet. I'll have to get good at dodging the purple ones here, because I noticed the last time here, it might give us something fucky. By the way, anybody just got here, we're fucking around with this right now and then seeing where all the problems are we gotta fix. So let's try aggressive point blank, aggressive point blank. 4th one starts, let's bomb. And then that's a lot of point blank. Let's try to identify when he's off screen and cut back. That kind of worked, even though it wasn't abusing the thing I said. So if we did this, he's down a lot. You would then like do another bomb there without like... If you dumped another bomb there, was that enough to get us here? It was. So we could probably 2-bomb that consistently. This part here is gonna take us 2-bomb when we're doing run. Because we would do like this. If we want just ultra not think, we would do this for 1, do this for 2, and then it has more damage on it because we shot at the beginning. So if we wanted a perfectly safe run of that boss, it'll take 4 bombs. Or you will probably take 4 bombs. I'm trying to think of how many bombs we need to comfortably beat the game. So, like, we know what panic bombs we have available on the rest of them. I'll just show off all Hibachi real quick, and then that'll be as much time as I got. We'll just try out 1 Hibachi run for shits and giggles. Except I have way more, where are you at? I have way more resources than I would have in a real run. In our current save state here. You don't want a shot bomb. I tried to release it in time, but I didn't. Shot bomb doesn't do like jack shit. You have to be lasering it with your normal laser. So you do normal bomb and then pop this. Once this happens, killing a wing gives us a cancel to try to make it any amount easier. When they cross over like this is the real problem. I saw Wabi Legs run where they like raw dodge this a bunch of times. It's kind of wild. I get scared because I'm not comfy with the hitbox of both me and these bullets specifically. So that might be like 4 bombs to safely do that. So it'd be 4 bomb for the last boss, 4 bomb for this boss. Hibachi's a crapshoot in how many bombs it would take. Because this one either takes me none or like 3. Like the very beginning pattern. Like ideally we want 1. This part here we're just gonna wait till we're about to be hit bomb. Split second. Bomb. I think this is enough time to set up a point blank. It is not, so we have to live. So we'll do that a bit different time. This pattern's a motherfucker. I don't know how to dodge it. Yeah, the... What? If we get lucky, you get point blank here. Although, that shot faster than I imagined. This one's a super crapshoot. I've seen strategy where you play aggressively up, and I've seen ones where you just hug bottom. I know you need to, like, use shot on the bees if they get out of distance, and then just work with what you got. Every pattern on this boss feels like it's just a work with what you got pattern. Like, it's all just, like, stuff. I need to get better at shot bombing. Shot bombing is better here. Oh, this is the suicide strat. If we have one or no bombs, we would suicide there. Get a bunch of point blank. Luckily, those red bullets don't move down too much. Let's pay attention to the life bar every time we bomb. It's getting there. So how would we adapt to this situation? I think if we shoot it, it will transition soon. So a transition now, we're at the right side of it. So we don't get immediately blasted, then we just focus on moving down. Then we just try to live. That's what we're about to find out. I don't know what I think about this hibachi. Oh, I did have a bomb I could have used. I've seen this where you point blank for a couple ticks and then pop bomb. And that's probably pretty good as a guarantee. We just work with what we got, and then once it's scary, we bomb. I've see a strat where you bomb and then move off to the side, and then come back in. I don't know if that has to do with slowdown. So it's just, you get a lucky pattern, you try to let it last as long as possible. If you don't get lucky, like here, you just bomb. And then when you got no bombs, you just try to go full commando and do crazy dodges for as long as possible. So I have no idea what to think about this in a real run, because the first half of the fight is gonna be like, I could spend all the bombs or not as many as all the bombs. So I think the strat is we just do the rest of the game good and not worry. If we can 4-bomb 2-6 boss and 4-bomb Koryu, then I will, and like have enough for hibachi and not be like hemorrhaged, I would be super, super happy. If we could allocate like 1 bomb 2-5 for the second bunker. 1 bomb for if we fuck up the bees on 2-6. And then 2-3, I'll look into trying to not dump the bombs there. By the way, this was off save state. If anybody just popped in, I didn't kill hibachi. Is it harder though than DOJ? The weird thing with DOJ is most of it's a setup. So if we look at like let me pull up a real run of... I'll appreciate that, Wes. We'll work towards it. We got the general things kinda there, but we have to iron out a lot of like getting clipped in random places we didn't know. I got good in DOJ at not getting tagged in random places. So here's the weird thing with hibachi. Let's pull up what's a good hibachi replay. Let's just look at here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at white label just because why not? Just because I know this one's good.
David, the movie.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about the difficulty. On the meme, like Japanese STG tier list, it has this up a couple ranks. At first I thought the random elements were a problem, but I think you can out the random, where the random's not an issue. So here's the thing with Hibachi. So we'll just look at Peg's run real quick. So I think elements of this Hibachi are way harder, but half of this Hibachi is a setup, and half of normal DoDonPachi Hibachi is just random. So in a weird way, this Hibachi, you're gonna bomb. There's no pattern that you have to do because you're expected to bomb the entire fight and all of Koryu and all of the last boss before Koryu. The thing with DOJ is if you set it up right, you just fuck Hibachi. But if you don't set it up right, it's so goddamn hard. So like this pattern by Koryu is completely fucked, but you can learn to dodge it. This pattern you can set up to not be hard. It looks crazy, but I found like if you carry a hyper in there, it's actually extremely doable. This pattern is way easier than the Loop 1 version, so it's cool. So far we have one fuck pattern and one hard pattern. This is, it's kind of weird, but it doesn't matter. By this point, it's dead. So that's all, like, basically the starting pattern's the problem one that you have to worry about. So now we got Koryu, or Flying Koryu. This pattern is fucked, but after I grinded it for a while, I got a good understanding of how to do it. But for a while, I thought that one was resource required. This pattern's turbo fucked, but you're routing a resource here. This pattern, if you don't kill it before the third phase, then you're just praying. Because the third like attack of that wave is fucking impossible. But here's the thing. If you can get to this point and your resources are not turbo broken. So like if you get here and you're hypering and you are close to building a hyper or you already have a hyper, then you are set for this setup. So hyper, 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 you die. This is safe because it ends. And then don't have to dodge this because it's a 2 setup. And because you brought your hyper resources were right. In Black Label, you don't even need to wait there. You just pop hyper. And now you're already basically to washing machine. So that all doesn't matter if you set it up properly and not like how I did it on my clear run where I just fucking annihilated all my lives. So then all you have to worry about is this. And if you have set it up to where you will get another hyper in the fight, you can consistently kill it with like 3 life. If your hypers are fucked, then you gotta get lucky. So what it boils down to is like this fight is can you dodge first pattern Koryu? Can you get into Hibachi with correct resource? And if you do, most of it's a setup. This pattern's fucked, by the way, in White Label. Because you can't get lucky on these blue bullets because your hitbox is too big. So it makes this, like, horrifying. This is a sick run, by the way. It's so good. But, so it's weird because DOJ Hibachi, you do have to dodge some fuck things, but then the rest of it, you have a setup for. This Hibachi, you could get lucky, you could not. Every pattern is luck dependent, and your dodging ability is mitigating how long you can last. Which makes it easy in the way of like, well, you're gonna bomb anyway, it's not like you have to do anything. But it's hard because like, it's really hard to like skill gap the boss because the little opportunity. And then SDOJ Hibachi is like a mix of both of them. Dude, fucking SDOJ Hibachi is so hard. So I think in the end, I'm going to predict that this one is easier because there's no one section. DFK, so I haven't done 1.5 Hibachi. My goal after this one is to do DonPachi or DFK 1.5. Black Label Hibachi is turbo free. Like one of my clears of it died like twice with full resources on Hibachi and still cleared. My clear that did everything right had 3 life remaining and like a few bombs. Black Label DFK Hibachi is super free. 1.5 Ura Hibachi is different though. Cause Koryu a bit harder. You can't bomb spam it. You actually have to fight Koryu. Last pattern, you can't do the hyper cheese that you could do in Black Label. I suspect that DFK, that 1.5, I suspect the order of difficulty would be like, I'm gonna guess it's gonna go like DonPachi, DFK, this, Diojo, and then SDOJ. That's my guess, but I have to get there. I don't know. Alright, that's all the time I got. This has been a ton of fun. I appreciate you guys sticking here. Thanks a ton, Wes, for letting me copy all your shit and like bring in some info. I got a live coach. And everybody for popping into view. I wasn't sure if anybody'd care about a practice stream. I'm gonna try to get a Batsugun video of just like beginner guide to just getting your first like Batsugun special clear. Like getting that up. Aside from that, we're probably thanks guys a bunch. After that, I don't know where we go. Oh, I'll do Batsugun video. I'll record like a commentary of DOJ. But like going through like kinda the strats that I found, it would be like the guide format of my guides, but not a guide because even though we cleared DOJ, I still like feel green in DOJ. Like compared to the actual grinders, I don't know that much. So it would just be like me showing the stuff that worked for me kind of. But I'll try to get Batsugun. I'll either stream attempts of this at some point soon, attempts of like an easier game maybe, or I don't know, we'll be back. Streaming's a lot of fun, and I never thought I could stream. I never thought I would have more than 2 viewers. So the fact that I went from a hermit to this in like half a year makes me super glad. So I appreciate a bunch of you guys. I have a good one on all the runs you're working on.